my mic unless I go through Windows.
Hello, hello, hello. Right, I'm just deaf from some very interesting feedback from my place, and they're having all sorts of sound issues. But hello and welcome. I'm ready for book 5. Let's see what. Okay, well, it looks like it's just the 4 of you today, and we're ready to start book 5. Although it's a strange one. You start book 5 in the middle of the end of book 4. Very weird. But anyway, there we go. So, oh crap! I knew I forgot something with it. My computer decided to reboot itself while I wasn't looking at it, so I don't know why, and I'm a bit concerned and paranoid now. But anyway, been rock steady since it came back to life.
On voice activity because it's on the one.
Okay, so when did we leave you? Oh, you successfully fought everything, and we are on the conclusion with the Sun Shaman. So the Sun Shaman returns obviously from their trip away, and you've obviously saved the day. So it's all good indeed. And yeah, the final. Oh, where's my? Yeah. Oh, I wonder what this does.
Something's wrong with the one that I started. Then
hopefully I can talk now and nobody can echo.
Well, I hear you if that's what you're going for.
I'm getting paranoid. No one can hear me. Can anybody hear me out there, or am I talking to myself?
Is there something wrong with the game of Wingspan I started about 10 minutes ago?
Yeah, but it didn't show me it was there. It still hasn't.
Can anybody hear me? Right.
Try and find it.
Right, I'm going to listen.
Either they're all ignoring me, or something's gone very wrong with Discord. Yay! Check. No, I'm working. Hello? Hear me? Well, I'll give up. Hello? Is anybody out there? I give up. I really do. I have no idea what's going on here. They can't hear me for some reason.
Can you hear us, Ken?
Yes. Oh,
very slight echo, but yes, we can hear you.
Oh, am I the only one that can't hear him?
I can't hear Kev.
Right, how about now?
Oh, you were saying you could hear me, and I'm echoing through Kay's headset.
Oh, good. This is going to be a really frustrating night.
That's improved.
This is because my computer crashed, isn't it? And now Discord isn't working.
Maybe Kev will have to do what you've done and do Discord through Chrome. But that might not work with integration into his WAS names.
How about now? Test.
A pain in the back.
Test. Test. How about now? Nope, Discord's crapped out on me. Thank you, Discord. Well, this is going to be a very eventful game at this rate. I'm going to go and shoot myself. It's be less painful. Right, let's have a look. Hello?
Hello.
Yay.
God knows what's going on there. I don't know what's going on. I've been talking away and then you ignoring me and talking over you, talking about all sorts of crap, so God knows what's going on. Right, now, the problem with that is, can you still hear me?
Yes.
Yep, okay,
Yep,
that's the problem. No, that's the problem. You shouldn't be able to.
Ah.
Oh. Wow.
Test. 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 Right. So. Okay, well. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on there. I'll have to work that one out later. The whole
Yeah,
point.
we can't get Kay's mic to come through Discord if it's on the app, only through the web.
No.
now-
No, basically what's happening is if I use basically Discord's having a sulk about with beacons, so very strange.
Well, Discord seems to be to blame for all the problems.
Hang on. I think I've seen what might be the issue.
Having a brainwave.
Voice chat mic there. Okay. And then I change that to... How about now? You hear me now?
Mhm.
Yes.
You hear me now? Did anyone say, can you hear me now a second time?
Don't think so.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, no, it's Discord was having a sulk, not the stream, fortunately. Hello, right, sorry. No, it's just sometimes I mute you guys so I can just reply to the stream without distracting you guys when you're role playing and stuff. And if and for some reason, yeah, something very funky was going on, but we're there now. So anyway, let's start again. Rewind, pretend it's 15 minutes ago. So actually, I should have just played the. Oh yeah, there's a one shot in the. I'll see what happens. So anyway, we are today with just the four of you. We are starting book 5. Book 5, strangely, starts in the middle of the end of book 4. For some reason, they seem to overlap.
Is this why we've not yet got adventure cards and bennies then?
It's because there's no point in giving you adventure cards and bennies yet because we're finishing off book 4.
Okie doke.
There you are. There. It didn't reset bennies there. Oh, there it does. Okay, I have to admit, actually, I've noticed one of those settings I always like the idea of has been added to the rule set. I may well start using that. Not hard choices.
Oh, when bennies get spent, they go to the GM.
I don't have any bennies at all, and every time you spend a benny, it goes to the gem pot. I like that. I think that's a quite fun one. Because then you might stop all moaning that I don't give you enough bennies. But anyway,
No, we
yeah.
will. We'll moan.
No, I have to admit, although it's that Solomon Kane book, it's about 330 pages thick, so trying to convert it on top of everything else could be fun. But I have to admit, I took that and then suddenly thought, do we really need to do Dead Hands, or does anyone? But or should we just do Solomon Kane instead?
Did you say 330 pages?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, it looks it looks very pretty. I've only flicked through it. Anyway, and I've forgotten. I actually paid for the physical version, so I'm actually going to get the physical version with the minis and everything. So, but that's by the by. Anyway, so the Sun Shaman returns, and yes. So where is it? The Sun Shaman returns to Flameford. He requests your presence in his tent. When you arrive, he congratulates you again on shedding your outlander status to become Scarwall, before inviting you to be seated around the personal fire as one of the few Shuanti to retain the knowledge of Midnight's teeth. What he has to tell you is, of course, crucial information. So, I'm not sure if he's going to do it if I do it version, so we'll see what happens. Tank Girl says bennies for all.
Thank you, Tank Girl.
Don't know if this is just mood or if there's actually talking, so we'll find out in a sec. I think it might just be the mood, which is fine by me, which makes my life easier. didn't play. Why didn't that
Many
play?
hundreds of years
Right.
ago, a man named Mandravis gathered a small group of
of
heroes
years
to
ago,
fight
a
a
man named
desperate
Mandravis
Mandravis gathered a small group of heroes.
I love the fact you think it doesn't work, so you press for play a second time, and then you end up with two of them. Let's try that again. Sorry. She's got one hell of a
Many
lead in.
hundreds of years ago, a man named Mandravis gathered a small group of heroes to fight a despotic blue dragon named Kazavon, and my ancestor was one who joined this crusade. This ancestor, a shaman named Amarund, was gone for months. When she finally returned, she was not the same woman. Her hands shook, her eyes carried a haunted stare, and she cried out in fear at night. She spoke little of what she had experienced while fighting at Mandravis' side, but did say that they were successful in defeating Kazavon, and that the dragon's fortress of Scarwall in Berkzen was now under Mandravis' control. While Kazavon had been defeated, his will to live was so immense that even the remains of his body twitched. The heroes attempted to destroy the remains, but key fragments of the dragon's skeleton resisted even the most destructive spells. Mandravis tasked the 7 surviving heroes, among them Amarund, with each claiming one of the bony relics of Kazavon's body and taking them far from Scarwall. None of the 7 would communicate where they were going to the others or to Mandravis in hopes of ensuring that their chosen relics would remain hidden and guarded for all
that's getting
time
kicked for
in order
copyright,
to
thank you.
prevent the dragon from returning to life. Amarun told this story to her fellow shamans and revealed that her secret relics were the dragon's fangs, which she called Midnight's Teeth. She and the other shamans chose the ancient pyramid on the shores of Conqueror's Bay as the Fang's reliquary. After hiding them in a secret room deep inside the pyramid, Amarund and her descendants swore to ensure the Fangs would remain safe. For generations, they maintained their task until Chileax invaded and drove us off. The few survivors who knew the secret of the Fangs were forced to flee with their kin into the Cinderlands. For the next 3 centuries, the knowledge was passed from Sun Shaman to Sun Shaman, and we have watched with fearful eyes as the city of Korvosa has grown up around our ancient reliquary.
There you go. It would appear that someone's decided to have lovely copyrightable material every time his computer boots, so I've had to mute him.
Yeah, it's Lone Wolf.
Yeah, I know. So I just mute him when he gets. So anyway, there we are. So okay, apparently there's a bit more, but it would appear that's the only bit I get that's actually got lovely text for. But then now there's the second bit. So here you go.
The fragments of Kazavon's soul are like seeds. Once they find soil in which to grow, they can bloom into a mighty tree. The cruelty and strength of Iliosa would be fertile soil indeed. Now she possesses 2 souls, her own and one grown from the fragment of Kazavon's. Such a thing would give one great power over their own mortality. Defeating such a creature will not be easy. I believe there is wisdom in you participating in a ritual called the Blessing of the Ancestors. Have you an ancestor or spirit known to you that you have a strong bond with?
Looked at you expectantly.
Yes, says Gastus. Well, not an ancestor, but definitely a spirit, and not so much a bond with me, but with these. And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out the harrow deck.
We all have our visitors through his deck.
Indeed. Right, let's see if he's going to still get me in trouble. Oh no, my Discord volume mixer's not working. I'll have to work out why that isn't working later. Try unmuting him, shall we?
He's logged off Fantasy Grounds anyway.
Well, if that's his computer, if he's got some weird Star Trek sound effect for when his computer reboots, Because the fact he's still in chat makes me think he's got something different. So. No, it's two people in the same room, and when he talks, both sets of microphones are picking him up. So we'll just have to put up with it.
Sorry.
Oh, as long as he talks quietly, which is impossible for him, we'll be okay. So, anyway.
I'm used to being on stage and projecting.
Anyway,
We usually ask him to go into the car park so that everyone can get good sound balance.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, no, it's because it's layer speaker picking up Astrus's voice, isn't it? That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's because I've had to roll a Discord differently.
Okay. Discord's been giving everyone crap today, so that's fine. Discord always gives us crap, but it's all you got these days. I miss Mumble. Anyway, so the Blessing of Ancestors is a ritual conducted by the Sun Shamans to seek advice concerning a quandary event. The information isn't imparted by a contact spirit, but rather by the realm of spirits. Okay, the ritual takes 2 hours to prepare, and to the outside observer, it looks little more than a rhythmic droning chant performed by the Sun Shaman. Those who wish to partake in the blessing, you seat yourselves in a circle around him and his focus, which is a small campfire, so that each are touching another, forming an unbroken ring of flesh and bone. Now, I'm going to assume all 6 of you, even though 3 of you aren't here at the moment, are going to take part in the blessing. From a metagaming perspective, there are bonuses. Oh, no, one's finally disappeared off Discord as well. I don't know what's going on. Looks like we're down to 3. The ritual must begin 2 hours before sunrise, so that it comes to its conclusion as dawn breaks. The Sun Shaman chooses the upper tier of Bolt Rock to perform the ritual. There we go. The entire Flame-Forward tribe accompanies you to watch silently and respectfully. The shaman initially recounts tribal legends and the heroics of wisdom and the ancestors in a sing-song. And then... this is Blessing Ancestors, actually. I'm going to play that in a minute. See, I didn't get a chance to test all this. I ran out of time. We'll find out what he does in a minute. Let's find out now, in fact.
Spirits, ancestors, we seek your wisdom. How might these brave heroes defeat their enemy?
That's all he's going to do. That's fine. Oh, here we go.
Fate of steel, Celestial, her cage for years sustained, 4 enthralled in lost Scarwall, undead to keep her chained. A spirit first, Red War his thirst still stands at coast of old. A second foe, infernal soul waits high in tower cold. In Kennel's grime, third bides his time, then vents his killing breath. On a stone, mid ash and bone, the final dreams of death. The spirits worn and battle torn and locked in their damnation. The chains once hold at last grows old and ushers in salvation. Yet hope remains amid the chains when Blade's stone cage has crumbled. Friends to dread and death to the dead, keys to Kazavon humbled.
One word was different now, I noticed.
Is nothing ever straightforward?
Mm-hmm.
What is Cerithial?
Okay, so actually, I've done it slightly in the wrong order there, but obviously, we can play it again in a bit. But before that takes place, actually, sorry, Zalara greets each of you by name and offers to perform the next harrowing for them at this time. I'm assuming you'll accept, and then she reads that out first, and then we'll perform the harrowing.
Yeah, okay. As long as it won't interrupt the shaman's ritual, then yeah.
Exactly. Well, no, it's part of the ritual, apparently. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Well, I
So?
will say what happened next. So, as the spirits coalesce, so as the spirits finish the song, you each feel an upsurge in your soul as the spirits of the dead infuse you with energy to aid you. Even hundreds of miles away, the cruel undead within Scarwall are a blot upon the spirit world, and you can feel that it is evil that must be destroyed. The Shuanti stand amazed as the ritual ends and the spirit fades into darkness. Finally, Reddy-Clar breaks the awestruck silence. Truly, these friends of the sun are blessed by the ancestors. They walk with the spirits and bear the spirit's mark. They honour us with presence and friendship as they go forth to battle the evil that has plagued these lands of ash for many score generations. They go forth with the power of the Sklakwa. They shall go forth with the power of the Father of the Sun in their hands. A sudden influx of spiritual energy gives each character 2 additional benefits to aid you on your trials within Scarwall. So, the spirit world infuses this seems familiar. The spirit world infuses one weapon, piece of armor, or shield owned by each character, your choice, and the item need not be present at the blessing. If you choose a weapon, it gains +2 damage against undead. If you choose armor or a shield, the item gains the Aegis or deflecting enchantment. There we go. Also, you are now infused souls. The next time you are incapacitated, you automatically get a raise on your vigor roll as the spiritual energies in your soul burn away. This protection can save each hero from death only once, but can do so anywhere in the world. There we go.
So is that a free reincarnation?
Sounds like it.
I don't use armor or weapon.
It's a
Is there
free.
anything I can have this?
Well, you infuse your. I could have your body infused, can't you? So you do +2 damage against undead. Because you use your fit.
If you can do it on my claws, then yes, please.
Well, they're natural weapons, after all. Don't forget, claws are natural weapons. That's the key word there. So, yeah.
As it should be.
Oh, if I can have the bringer of sleep to those who never can infused with spiritual energy, I certainly will.
Seems reasonable. It's one of these. You just need to make a note, and it's one of those things because it's not like an effect versus undead because you can't do veins. Unfortunately, because of the way effects work, you can't do veins. But basically, yeah, you just need to make a note of which weapon you wish to choose if you wish to choose a weapon, and remember that it will do +2 damage against undead. While conversely, though, you can either have Aegis or deflecting enchantment. Now, Aegis is normally +1, but it actually doubles to +2 while in Castle Scarwall. This seems to be a permanent bonus, by the way. Yeah, claws do count as weapons. They are natural weapons. It's an actual ability called natural weapons. So you never count as being unarmed. Walker's being very quiet. And Thaddeus has obviously just turned up just at the end there.
Will we have to make this manual adjustment to each role, or can we automate it if we put it in the description?
Manual.
It's manual. Because there's no, unfortunately, because of the way Fantasy Grounds and effects work, it doesn't, when you do a damage roll, it doesn't check what you're doing damage against, if that makes sense. It does, you know what I mean? There's no way to although I've got the type of undead set up in for all the monsters, as it were, Fantasy Grounds won't actually do anything if you attack something of type undead from an effect. And the way because that's the way they've written the code, unfortunately.
Fair enough.
So it's a manual jobby. So Thaddeus Walker, do you wish to infuse a weapon, an armor, or a shield?
Don't know, but I will.
That was helpful.
Went very quiet.
He did, didn't he? I haven't heard a word from Walker.
Well, I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Right.
I don't. It's all very well saying I don't know, but that doesn't really help me.
I had the perfect audio setup, you know, I never have issues with it, and there's only one thing went wrong with it. The cat ate it.
Ah, well.
I've all my audio cables in little bits now.
That really
How's
makes me
the
happy.
cat?
Right. Okay. Let's start book 5 in the middle at the end of book 4, because of course this is the point we end up doing the book 5 harrowing as we speak now. So while you think about what you want, I'm just going to start the harrowing.
Now, Gastus will draw the bringer of sleep to those who never can, and place it point down and kneel and mutter a prayer to his god. What do you get me into, you absolute idiot?
Shuffle the 9 cards. So we're shuffling the 9 cards for stars.
I love your relationship with your deity.
It is rather amusing, isn't it? Okay, so here we go again. I think Walker's AFK, personally. Had a word for a while. Okay. Who wants to do their first choosing?
The cards have not appeared.
I
As
forgot
they
I had to
appear, I will fully have a choose. There they are.
I forgot I had to click the share button. It'd give away. Okay, so Leia chose the eclipse. Okay, I'll just make a note of the eclipse. Okay, so once you've all had choosing, replace the cards into the deck and shuffle it. Okay, so Leia has eclipse. Josh will look up later. Tavis has opened the Publican.
Yes!
Catch your way.
Gastus got the
Right.
booze.
When it's done, wipe its bum.
Mute. Oh, that's scarily appropriate because we haven't heard a thing out of Vorka and he got the mute hag. These cards are proving scarily accurate today, aren't they? Or appropriate. Winged serpent. Okay, let's go for Aki. Where do you, someone pick for Aki. I'm not going to take blame. Okay, the Queen Mother. Okay, and someone pick for Jelsa. Please.
Jelsa anymore.
Well, Sassafras.
The lost.
The lost. Righty ho. So here we go. So step 1, the choosing. Shuffle all the cards. 3 to interpret each card. You turn them over. Ooh, okay. The card is oppositional to your alignment or matches the current. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot all about that rubbish. It's all. Anyway, I can get on with that. So let's face it. You only care about the what's the word I'm looking for? Conviction. Thank you. Okay, the mute.
I want to know about the prediction.
Well, hang on. I'll have to look them all up and work it out. Let me fill in the bits I need to make a note of. Sassafras, the lost. The lost is okay. Okay, well this one's nice and straightforward. It also sort of gives a good indication of what the next, what book 5 is. Every single one of them is combat. Combat with something or other. Oh dear. Okay, combat with. Word. I actually spent the time to read book 5 and I still don't recognise half these bad guys. The eclipse. Ooh, okay. Raven. The winged serpent. Okay. That's a bit worrying. Why has that suddenly come up? Something's obviously dropped. Okie dokie. And the Queen Mother.
Am I seeing this right? All 6 of those cards are wisdom-based cards?
Yes, because you deliberately draw ones from just that thing.
Oh, that's right. Book 5. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, book 5 is stars, apparently. Right, okay, so now if I go and find the deck, and we can... Oh, I do wish... I didn't make this module, I would have done it differently. In fact, I did in my version, but I wasn't allowed to... We weren't allowed to use my version. So at least they're alphabetical. So, looks like I'm looking for Eclipse first. Evil, if it's a different alignment, then it's going to be a thingy layer. But okay, one of these is look him up. Very, very intrigued now, because I can't remember who that is.
Alignment's neutral.
Okay. Yep, I'm not going to worry about it, to be honest, because it's too much hassle, I'm afraid. If I hadn't actually lost a load of time with computers rebooting earlier for unknown reasons, which worries me. Actually being able to finish stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to reset, which means I reset that, and hopefully it's still shared. So now I draw 9 cards and place them face down. Okay. In a 3x3 square. This arrangement applies. Okay, so now we have the positive past, the positive present, the positive future, the unclear past, the unclear present, the unclear future. Okay, so that's the spread. So what happens now? Draw 9 cards and place them down. Oh yes, now we go for every card, don't we?
We do.
So
Right, everybody
They match out.
the left column
Everybody's
represents
who's
secrets of the past. The past
Yeah.
unchangeable and set in stone. Reveal the cards. Okay, so we go from the past. So the positive past. The unicorn. Ooh, that sounds intriguing, doesn't it? Unicorn. The unicorn is triumph in finding what you seek, particularly triumph against one of those Queen's greatest allies. You defeated Palantir of the Red Mantis. Already, the Queen's allies are diminishing. You have struck numerous... Oh, not the phrase I was going to use there. You have obstructed the Queen in many ways already.
Bollocks.
Hey, we've struck numerous cadence balls. We have indeed.
That was probably funny if he'd said it quieter and I could have heard it.
Sorry.
Okay, the Rabbit Prince is the traditional capriciousness of combat. Well, it is still unclear what exactly the Queen's ultimate goals are, why she has aligned with Kazavon, and what the end, what caused all the calamities in the past, and could you, as the party, have done anything to change it? Who knows? The Wanderer, eh? Okay, let's have a look at the Wanderer. The Wanderer embodies duality of home and body just flipped. Okay. So, the Wanderer, you have wandered near and far across the lands, fighting adversity and making allies, and yet, in fact, as Gastus has already said, you feel that you are no closer to achieving your goal at this time. It just seems every time you defeat the foes, more rise up against you. None of those were wisdom-based, star-based, so I'm afraid we move on to the positive present. Is that the trumpet? Yeah, it probably is the trumpet. The trumpet. Declaration of power. Power for power shake. Positive presence. Yes. Given the new power taken by the Queen, Dr. Davalis is an example of how not all declarations of power are shown at the trumpet are for the greater good. And you successfully defeated the Doctor. And I think you actually... you killed him, didn't you, rather than he got executed by the Queen? I can't remember. But yes, that was a positive present. You have, again, the person behind the blood veil was defeated by you. You quelled his quest for power. Oh look, the mute hag! Someone had the mute hag, didn't they?
That was Vorka, which means Vorka will get an extra conviction.
Do it now. Everyone gets one, don't you?
Everybody gets one for choosing. Vorka gets
Yes.
one because the mute hag came out here, and then we'll all get one for the star that comes out total as well.
Indeed. So I give the Vorkus one there. So that was the mute hag, wasn't it? So let's go back to the deck and see what happens with the mute hag. Okay. The mute hag. Evil. Just as the mute hag forges pacts. What other pacts and agreements have been made that will waylay you? It could be taking place now, undoing all the good work you have already done. Fiend, eh? Okay. Where's the fiend? The fiend, the fiend, the fiend. The fiend consumes hope, just as the Mother of Forms destroyed the hope of the Grey Maiden recruits, and just as more and more of the town's defences have crumbled and been defeated by the machinations of the Queen. Okay, the positive future, the crows. Where's the crows? The crows. This is his positive future, isn't it? You have the spirits have infused you and fortified you in the fight against the evil of the undead in Castle Scarwall. No doubt, with this infused souls and your spiritually enhanced armor and weapons, you will triumph against adversity. Oh, hang on. That looks like a star to me. The unclear future.
It is.
So that's one Benny for everyone at the end. Conviction, isn't it, at the end? Mm-hmm. Okay. Actually, why is Kenku so loud today? It's not normally that loud. Very strange. Put it over there. Maybe that'll make it a bit quieter. Do my eardrums off. Okay, anyway, where were we? The carnival. Sorry. The mad dance of the carnival and its cacophonous but delightful music symbolises the peril and grace of the dance macabre in Scarwall.
Like that.
And your
future.
Oh look, another star.
And that one's Thaddeus's.
It is Thaddeus's. Is it me? Is that louder than it used to be?
A little bit.
Not me.
I don't know why. Doesn't matter. Anyway, this is the negative future. At the end of the day, of course, the issue you have is that this whole mess has come about because an attempt to beat Kazavon in the past has ultimately failed, for although the dragon was killed and defeated, they could not destroy his bones, and it is his bones that have again risen up to cause carnage in the future. There we go. So I make that 2 conviction each.
No, 4. One each
3,
for the
actually.
choosing.
Yep. Oh yeah, 4 each. Yeah.
One each for the
Yeah.
choosing and one for each of the stars.
That's what I meant. Yes. Ooh. Just giving you
I'll take
165.
that. I'll take the 165.
You're not having 165 conviction.
No.
And Thaddeus is winning at the moment on the conviction game. Where's Aki? Aki has...
Because he never spends it.
I know. And Sassafras is got 11. Actually, that was... As convictions go, that was quite reasonable. Only 4 each. That's quite tame. Okay.
So, does anybody know what this Cerithiel is? I know where Scarwall is, and it means I don't get to go to a bloody tavern for how long?
I think Cerithiel is her cage. Cerithiel, somebody is caged. And I think Cerithiel is the name.
Of the cage?
Obviously, I know what Cerithiel is, but I don't know if the players do, and that's what I need to look up. No, I don't know if you know what it is. Which is a bit annoying,
Do you
isn't
mark
it?
everything in how close we are to a tavern? Is that the only judgment you have?
Does sound like it, doesn't it?
We're going to need to cross the Cinderlands, the Hold of Beltson, far into the mountains to Scarwall. It's supposed to be an ancient fortress that's lasted impregnable. And there's not a single bloody inn with proper walls and a roof between here and there.
You will have to get used to using your legs, enjoying the stars, having a larger headline.
I'll be riding Aramis, but still.
Right, folks, bear with me, because I want to have the information you're supposed to have, and I can't remember what information you're supposed to have, because that's the level of unpreparedness I am at today. You know, obviously, if I didn't have to work full time, then I could actually spend my days just preparing for the games. It'd be so much easier. I think everyone should. I think somehow I should just get paid to not have to work. Oh yeah, that happened in 2020. Right. Cerebral, yes, cerebral. The bulk of this book, other being correct, anyone characters need to. Other than being heroic rank, the only prerequisite the characters need to fill before beginning this chapter is learn about... Oh, you've got to learn about it. I knew there was something about it. The most likely way they will discover this is via the spirit song during For the Blessing of the Ancestors. Okay, once we go... Well, that really didn't help much, did it? Oh, I like that. Okay. So apparently that poem told you everything you needed to know. That one.
Very well, so we need to go and find Cerithiel. Whatever or whoever it is.
I mean, obviously, you can probably find out more. All you know is you're looking for Cerithiel, and it's the power to defeat the Queen, isn't it? But that's all it seems to imply that you need to know. Whether you want to find out any more than that. The most likely way they'll discover this is via the spirit song during Book 4, Blessing of Ancestors, but other methods could work. So I get the impression you don't know what it is, other than you know you need it. So there we go.
You could ask... In fact, I will ask the person who's just set up the spiritual reading for us.
I don't think the Sun Shaman does, because it does say that it says if you don't pick Zalara as your spirit, then obviously you don't get her telling you the poem, and therefore then you're going to have to use powerful divination magic utilized in search of another method to defeat the Queen. So it implies the Sun Shaman doesn't know. And once it becomes clear the greatest tool against the Mad Queen lies somewhere in Scarwall, you need to travel the distant location Okay, it's approximately 300 miles from Flameford to Scarwall. So there we go. Lucky fellows. So I still need to know from Thaddeus and Vorka whether you're infusing your weapon or armor or shield.
Well, my armor is already Aegeus, so I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the weapon.
It would also make it deflecting armor. If you've already got it.
Deflecting.
If you've already got Aegeus, you get deflecting. Well, you get your choice of Aegeus or deflecting.
Don't know what deflecting does.
Enchantment.
So what does the enchantment do?
Increases. Oh, deflecting is for a shield. Actually, increases the parry bonus by 1.
Okay, my heavy shield has already got deflecting, so yeah, I'm going to go with the weapon.
Okay.
I have an unidentified magic longsword in my inventory.
Ooh, do you
I'm not
now?
sure what. Yeah.
Tell you what, because I don't really do armor at all, so I'll have it in my weapon.
Of course, the problem. This is the only problem. Being the GM, it doesn't tell me. I'm obviously trying. I can't. Oh, hang on. I'm looking under items, not weapons. Oh yeah, magical longsword. Oh, good. It does show me what it is. Ooh, okay. Well, just need an arcane. Someone needs to make an occult roll to identify it, don't they? Well, there you are. I suspect I have to unlock it to identify it, don't I? No. Can I? There we go. It's a cruel longsword. It's vicious and keen.
Keen, I know, is bonus AP. I don't recall what vicious is.
If you hit with a race, you must make a vigor roll or be shaken, but you do +4 damage in addition to any other bonuses.
I think that one I'm going to make a cruel undead longsword.
Okie dokie. That's the one then. So when you use that, it does against undead. You have to manually give yourself a +2 damage modifier against undead.
Okay.
Yeah. So there we go. So Thaddeus, you're going to pick a weapon, are you? I suppose you can do that on your human bane rapier. Would be interesting because then it becomes a human and undead rapier.
So what have I missed?
You made it! Well, I'll let them fill you in. Hooray!
I was going to say, I actually put it on the totem spear.
Yeah, if he puts it on the human bane rapier, can he carry it? 'Cause he's human with a skin condition.
Anyone want to fill in sassafras and what they missed?
I see. We've had a spiritual reading. Can you see the handout on the screen?
My screen's still loading.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you explaining about help.
We've been asked to, suggested go on a quest, find what we need to defeat the Queen. And we got the Spirit Song, which is Fate of Steel, Sorithiel, her cage for years sustained, or enthralled, lost in Scarwall, undead to keep her chained. Spirit first, red war his first, still stands at post of old. Second foe, infernal soul, waits high in tower cold. In Kenneth's grimes, third bides him time, and vents some killing breath. And on a stone mid ash and bone, the final dreams of death. Spirits worn and battle torn and locked in their damnation. One holds, the last grows old, it pushes in salvation. Yet hope remains amid the chains, when blade stone cages crumbled. Friends to dread and death of the dead say please to Kazavon's humbled.
That's horrible last bit, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to do this I'm helpfully reading that. I'm going to go to Castle Scarwall, which is 300 miles away, and find Seriphiel. Well, how did she pronounce it? I forget.
Cerithiel.
Yes, indeed.
I'm trying to work out what Cerithiel or who Cerithiel is.
Okay. So in the meantime, though, Sassafras, you get to pick whether you want to infuse a weapon or armor as part of your blessing.
Weapon does +2 damage versus undead. Armor gains Aegeus. Shield gains deflection.
Well, I don't wear armor because I'm a wizard.
Indeed. So it really comes down to is which you may choose a weapon to become infused with the ability, basically undead bane, actually, because it's +2 damage versus undead, so it's undead bane actually. I just looked it up. Bane is that, so we might as well put. So we actually might as well. Actually, we might as well actually put the undead.
Bane is an extra 2 points of AP and increases
AP,
damage
not
by
damage.
1
Yes, of course it is. Yeah. Funny enough, actually, this would thing to beat it up.
Does it have to be a melee weapon, or can I be my short bow?
It could certainly be your short bow.
Because the only fighting skill I had, because we were required to take archery classes at school.
Okay, you have a short bow +2 damage versus undead. There we go. I've just popped it in. It's a manual thing. You just have to put +2 damage in when fighting undead, or obviously create a sub attack. Which you can create a sub attack for damage rolls when you're fighting undead. So that's all good. You also should be noted. You've missed the choosing. You drew the lost, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. You got your conviction. So, how are you going to get to Scarwall? Where's my map? Yes.
Do the tribe have horses?
Really?
Are they willing? Are they willing to? Great shame. If we have to travel to Scarwall, we will need transportation. Do you perhaps have horses or a horse and wagon that can help those of us who do not have our own steeds travel the great distance to the hold of Belton and beyond?
Can she also carry greater magic?
Shari puts up his hand doesn't have a steed.
Doesn't Jels have greater magic?
There you go. That's the journey. Oh look, 320 miles.
You have to share that with us.
I just did it for.
Now you have. Maybe it just took a while to get here.
Possibly.
So nobody's got greater magic. Hello.
Well, I certainly don't.
What do you mean, greater?
Caden Kylian can do an awful lot of things. Like
you mean
help me
straight to
stay
teleport?
drunk enough.
Okay, I guess we're walking then.
I do, but you guys always, because opening a portal for you guys to get from point A to point B, you guys all just come up with other stuff or run off ahead.
That's because you're little and they don't pay attention to you. They don't realise you can teleport anywhere in the world, but then they insist on walking.
Or riding horses, and those things are big and they're scary.
Aramis is not scary. He's lovely.
I don't think my power could teleport me that far, and even if it could, it would only be more.
Okay, so for 7 power points and a casting time of 3 rounds, Sassafras can teleport anywhere on Galorarian.
Yep, that's exactly my point. So what are we talking about?
Casting time of 2 rounds.
I guess I'm not used to that much power.
For 2 rounds, you can travel up to 1,000 miles, but 3 rounds anywhere on the planet. But that's 7 power points for one person. But then, of course, it's only 1 power point for additional recipients, isn't it? So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It'd be 18 power points in total to teleport the entire party.
Including pets and horses and stuff.
Including pets and horses and stuff.
If you've got greater magic, you don't do that. You just pay the 5 to make a gate.
That's what I understood, but that's what keeps
And everybody
telling me
walks
no.
through the gate.
No, that's the... Yes, quite correct. For 12 power points, you can create a greater teleport with a gate, can't you? Yeah.
Yeah, he keeps telling you wrong, but you're not.
No, you don't keep telling me we're wrong. We had this long conversation before. Just because I don't remember every bloody power in every book, I mean, I expect the players to learn the powers they have. So there you go. It's my job to craft the whole
I read
world.
this stuff, and what I'm reading, when I explain what I understand, what I read, you go, no, that's not right.
I don't believe I ever would have said that to you.
It doesn't say on gate. It does not say anything about additional. It says it's open for 5 rounds.
Agreed. Yeah. No, that's the whole point of gate. Yes, I agree. If you're teleporting more than 5 additional people, then gate makes more sense.
So what you're saying is Mistress Sassafras can get us all to Scarwall quickly. This means we'll be able to get back far more swiftly to the city
seconds.
and get a decent drink. Yes?
Technically, she can get
What's
you
the
there in 12
drink with
seconds.
you? Isn't
It is Kylian's nectar, that which he provides to us to make life more bearable.
need no nectar. Dancing into the stars is in.
By the way, another thing that the gate does is lets you scout an area. Because the gate's open, it's a 2-way gate, so you can step through and go, oh, this looks a bit dodgy, and then step back through and close the gate if you want.
Well, I'm just by reputation alone, I'm fairly certain that Scarwall will be, as you say, dodgy.
Before I start casting spells and all that mumbo jumbo, then you guys need to let me know for sure what you want to do, and then the GM needs to tell me how many times I need to roll teleport.
We should all get a good rest and eat before we go through. I don't want to end up in the middle of something potentially dangerous.
Given the opportunity, I'd prefer not to end up involved in anything dangerous at all, but my city's at stake. Perhaps, as Mistress Lair says, we should rest, and then on the morrow, Mistress Sassafras should spend 12 power points, make a single spellcasting roll, and take us all to Scarwall.
Exactly right.
Well, if I have your leave, Sun Shaman, I'm going to go and have a nap.
Oh, you most certainly do. Don't worry about that. Okay, so I copy the application ID and put that. Oh no, I'm not. Okay, right. Well, obviously you can rest up, heal any wounds, restore any power points, and all that fun and games, and then in the next morning you can teleport. So I'm just trying to remind myself. I'm just trying to fix something because it's very annoying, but I might have to leave it for another day, which is fair enough. Okay. OF2. There we are. Ah, there's my client ID. That goes there. I'll reset the secret. Yep. See what that breaks. Oh, Bloody hell. Stupid MFA. That looks like Discord. I think what else I might actually this might break something else if I did. So I hope not. It'll still be working, so we might be okay. Everyone still hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Authorize. Authorize. And when I click the button, nothing happens. Oh, and I still get the same errors I had before. That's it. Okay, I'll give up on that one and try it another day. Except I can't get back now. There we go. Right. So, in the morning, it's a 12 seconds of preparation to cast teleport.
Well, then I've been preparing, so now what?
Cast teleport.
Just one time?
Just the one time.
One time and spend 12 power.
There we go. You open up a portal. So that
let us all pass through.
Oh, okay. Actually, sorry, I should take that back. Interesting. I will take that back. Obviously, we'll keep your spell casting, but before you do that in the morning, sorry, don't worry, you've done the successful casting. I was looking at something else and forgot something happens first. So, the following morning, it's basically as you're all getting ready to go, you all suddenly hear voices in your head.
Well, that's nothing unusual.
Hi there, it's Leori. We've been talking with some friends and we all want the same thing. We should meet and talk about stuff. Oh damn. Oh, the spell frustrates me. Anyway, it's me again. We should talk. You choose where and when, and we can be there. See you soon?
Did anyone else hear that?
Yes.
Who did
Yes,
what?
I did. Do you remember the annoyingly perky young lady with the spiked flails and the preponderance for worshipping dark gods?
Oh, not her again.
Yes. Apparently, we're
I
supposed
said we should have killed.
You know, for a worshipper of dark gods, she is astoundingly perky. It's quite confusing.
I get the impression there's obviously some bit of magical thing that you just have to state. You just have to state your location. So you really could stay Castle Scarwall and teleport there if you want, by the sound of things. Because they said they'll meet you wherever you state where you're going, where you want to meet them.
Well, if she did that with the sending spell can take a 25-word reply, can't it?
Yes, indeed. I love that first casting. She runs out. She ran out of words.
And then, because it's a 10-minute ritual, 10 minutes later we get the next one.
Yes, exactly. Well, yeah, indeed. So, what's your answer?
We're going to Scarwall.
Well, if you got 25 words, that's 4.
No, that's it. That's all.
Okay, right. You then cast.
Bring some more dried fruit.
Okay, so then obviously Sassafras successfully casts the teleport.
Best hope they can teleport as well, because otherwise they've got a very long walk to join us, unless they happen to be there already.
Indeed. Okay. Basically, Sassafras opens a portal, teleports you out. It's going to be it's going to be a distance away from Scarwall, as if something, Sassafras couldn't get any closer. I'm going to say, as if something's blocking it. Yeah. You basically you arrive at the place, and all of a sudden you hear it from behind you. You
cut out. We hear a what?
I think it was a hi.
High pitched hello, hiya. As the portal vanishes, you see two people standing behind you. One of them you recognise as Lowry. The other person you have not seen before. He looks like that.
Well, just at the sound of the voice, Gastus, who is normally, all shoulders back, shoulders broad, head up, what have you, his shoulders visibly slump.
Oh, hey, you! How's it been? It's been forever. Killed any bad guys lately? Oh, so
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Sile, and I, and Leori, represent the nation of Nidal. I want to thank you for bringing justice to a wanted criminal. In the shadow of that and Leori's enthusiastic recommendation, I have a proposition. In return for my and her advice while exploring Scarwall, would you agree to allow the Church of Zon Kuthon to claim the Crown of Fangs once all is said and done?
No.
You're asking us about a crown.
Zon Kuthon. Yes? Very, very evil, nasty, horrible god. And you want us to let you have the Crown of Fangs, which supposedly contains the spirit of Kazavon, one of the greatest generals to follow Zon Kuthon ever, who also happens to be currently possibly possessing Queen Iliosa, or possibly not, but either way giving her power, and you want us to give that to you.
Yes, that seems like a somewhat unlikely thing to happen.
Yeah, I have to admit, I must admit, I didn't think, well, what the hell's going on here?
So, in a word, yes, Leori, we have been killing bad guys recently. Would you like us to add 2 more to the list?
Well, sure.
Smile, bro.
The obstacles to that goal are unfortunately varied.
Firstly,
the undead of Scarwall.
No. Obviously, he's not going to tell you what he knows if he doesn't. Obviously, that's obviously why I wanted to pause that to remind myself what his options were. So obviously, he's got a lot of information about Scarwall. He's prepared. So if you waver doubts and claims, Sile further states that Kazavon's fangs belong to the Brotherhood, should be returned to the Church. And certainly getting the fans away from Iliosa is a goal both the Pathfinders and the Brotherhood can agree on, and by extension, the recovery as Cerithiel should be a shared goal.
And what do you want with Cerithiel?
No, you want Cerithiel. He just wants the crown.
Suggesting that you will aid us to get what we want if we aid you.
That seems to be what he's implying, yes. I'm intrigued to know what happens if you don't say yes, actually, now. If they agree to a truce, okay, if you ally, if the Church... that's fine. It's up to you if you want to, so it's up to you. Basically, he's got information that he's prepared to share with you, if you agree. So you get Cerithiel. He gets his church gets the crown. That's his offer, and they'll work with you. Both of them will work with you, help and provide information and be advice.
What would you do with the crown if we get it with you?
Do you know what? He doesn't tell me. Likewise, on this personal maps. My memory is terrible. I only read this last week. Because I was obviously ready for prepping for last week, and then thought today, I've got lots to do. I'm sure I'll remember. I only read it last week, and I've managed to forget it all already. I'm getting old, getting so old. I don't think they tell you what they're going to do with it. Other than it belongs to the church, and it should be returned to their safekeeping, so it cannot fall into the wrong hands again.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, you will have the wrong hands, just a different set of.
Unfortunately, we cannot deny that the artifact does belong to your church.
If it's a murder weapon, it may belong to a murderer. We shouldn't return it.
Things are slightly. Well, let's just say.
Well, here's the thing. Do we actually need to know what he knows?
Well, until he tells us, we won't know, will we?
Well, we do, because haven't we got a few gadgets?
I'm not entirely sure what you're getting at, Master Wildsell.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Sassafras still has a pen and paper that she could ask questions of. Could ask the magic pen to write down the answer. The form of divination.
I think you're confusing Sassafras with Jelsa.
I think he might be.
Oh, it might be. Well, could be, yes. Well, but anyway, I was thinking...
However, I have 2 scrolls of divination.
Yeah, but I knew there was some divination somewhere, right? So, yeah, so we'll get divination. We could ask that.
We could, but there is no guarantee that we'll get all the information that this gentleman is proffering. Equally, we don't know whether he will be lying to us.
I'm just the only reason it makes me nervous because I know a thing or two about pacts of the devil, and this sounds like a pact. You never quite get what you want.
Where the laws of man can be quite exact in specific cases, the laws of the gods tend to be somewhat fuzzy when it comes to magical artifacts like the Crown of Fangs. I'm
just saying it might sound like a good deal, but you never know, you might get ducked.
Indeed. I have a counter-offer for you, Master Sile. Working on the theory that it is better the devil one knows, if you share the information that you have, and I'm not entirely sure I can believe I'm saying this myself, Leori here may come with us, you may not, as long as she remains gagged at all times. And should the Crown survive the confrontation that we have with Queen Iliosa, which is likely to be somewhat inevitable, she can pick up the pieces.
Liari is definitely looking at you very hurt and pouty at the whole gags bit. It should be pointed out that Sile does smile at that point.
Oh, she pouts. The other possibility is you can promise to be very, very quiet at all times. And if you're not, then I gag you.
Or I do, I say, and jingle my claws out.
The obstacles to that goal are unfortunately varied. Firstly, the undead of Scarwall no longer belong to the Midnight Lord. Those who haunt the place are free-willed undead that have abandoned their old allegiances to both Kazavon and his slayer, Mandraibus alike, and as such are equally dangerous to you and us. Of course, no true worshipper of Zon Kuthon would be able to safely wield or even transport Serathiel, and in a similar vein, there are denizens that remain accepting of worshippers of the Midnight Lord, yet would actively oppose more idealistic sorts. The greatest chance of successfully exploring Scarwall and recovering the blade would arise from an alliance between you and the Brotherhood of Bones. What say you?
I know you've obviously already replied, but that's his counter-offer, that you need the both of them. And apparently the information is basically, as you're going round, they've all potentially provide information if you guys fail your knowledge checks.
Well, he's also just told us that Cirithiel is a sword.
He has indeed. And then you can probably assume that.
I really don't like the idea of allying with these unsavory. No, we don't need them.
Then I suggest we put it to a vote. Gastus pulls out a bag and tips on the ground a number of black and white pebbles.
I'll reach down and pick up one of each.
Yeah, and
I know this game. I'm supposed to flick this one at that one and try and knock it out of a circle, right?
Volker, no, this is voting.
Oh.
Take one stone of each colour, and one vote is denoted to be black and the other to be white. Put them into the bag blind, and then they're counted at the end.
If we should ally with them, place the black into the bag. If you think we are best making our way alone, place the white.
What should the party do, viewers?
Why black and white? Things are never that simple.
No, but these stones are. And once everybody's put their stones in, Gastus will tip it out, and we'll find that in there are 2 black and 3 white stones. So, by simple majority, because it seems that Akinominage has chosen not to vote.
To abstain, yes, indeed.
Yeah. Being a druid and therefore completely impartial and neutral in all things.
Indeed.
Then it would appear that we are going to deny the Brotherhood. But I will thank Sile for telling us what it is that we're seeking.
Yeah, regardless of what was said, I was going to say no in principle, just get there for the sake of it. Because they're always up, I don't trust anybody.
Okay, the two, they basically, Sile looks at you, nods slowly. You're not entirely sure exactly what the look that he gives you is, but you don't necessarily think it's a good thing. Larry looks at Gastus and seems very upset, very pouty. Looks like she might even cry. And then the two of them walk off, and they're not even out of earshot before the two of them start bickering and arguing with each other. Sire waves his hand another time, and the two of them disappear.
I'm afraid we have not heard the last of them, unfortunately.
No, I do not believe we've heard the last of them either. That gentleman I do not trust. Mistress Lowry, for all that she is annoying, I'm not so sure she is as dedicated to her dark god as she is to just enjoying herself, and somebody there has taught her that Zonkuthon is somewhat permissive.
He's entirely crazy, that is the...
Yes, although I could certainly agree with that, but that could also be said of Master Wildsoul's paramour, could it not? The poisoner, rogue, swindler...
Who's standing right behind you.
Oh yes, I'm well aware she's right there.
Looking.
And I will turn around.
I prefer the term misunderstood.
Yeah, I will turn around and raise one of Gastus's perfectly coiffed eyebrows at her and said, "Would you not agree?"
her lips, as you said each thing, her lip starts quivering more and more, and then she just turns and turns her back to you. But turning around, looking away from where you had your meeting, you turn to face Castle Scarwall looming on the eastern tip of the Kodar Mountains, the northern part of the hold of Belkson. I can't say Belkson. Anyway, Belkson. The castle sits atop a small island in a crater lake, the caldera of what you hope is a dormant volcano. at an elevation of 1,500 feet over the surrounding terrain. The barren hills are desolate, with little more than isolated scrub trees and lichens growing here and there. Looking away in the distance, you can see flying creatures, possibly wyverns and other predators, nesting in, flying along the ragged hills. They all seem to be keeping a good distance from this castle. Scarwall is an imposing collection. Sorry, go on. Shutting up. After you.
Master Waltel, Gastus will say, pointing at the castle. Can you detect any undead?
He's not close enough. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I know, but I have to get a bit closer than that.
Yeah. Believe me, I could spend I'd spend half a session working it out. Let's just say the castle's full of it.
Can you detect undead? Yes. Where?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Actual fact, no.
Okay, who's the
he can't.
Who's the most powerful undead? Where are they?
The whole castle itself appears to be undead, and it's blocking out everything else. No, actually, I've just remembered.
But is the castle more undead than the people inside? Who's the most powerful undead person?
You can't. You can't. Your senses are
I can sort
overwhelmed.
them out by rank.
No, you can't. That's the easy answer. In this castle, it doesn't work.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll take the as a ray because I've drew races. I'll take the hex of dividation, and I'll use magical scrying to look at every room in the castle.
It's blocked. Scrying doesn't work.
See, now you're screwed, aren't you? That's why I don't take that power.
Anyway. So Scarwall is an opposing collection of towers and fortifications. Clouds of dark carrion birds ride the winds above its heights, which contradicts the thing about everything staying away, but who cares? Oh yeah, ride the winds above the heights, yet none dare to perch atop them. Okay. A single span connects the castle to a small peninsula on the lake's southern edge, where a crumbling barbican still stands. So there we go. So basically, I suppose really you got three choices of how to get to the castle. You can cross the lake. You can try flying across to the castle and landing on one of the battlements. There's a roof and everything, or you could just enter through the barbican. Your choice, really. Which way you want to go?
I like barbecue. Let's go that way.
Barbican. Okay.
Well, there is a certain simplicity to entering through the front door.
That's a bad idea.
Is there a map we can look?
Yeah, I was just trying to find it.
So we can't go through the back. The reason why I don't want to go through the barbican is because that's like a death zone.
You've just told us the entire castle is undead. I think a death zone is somewhat.
No, I meant as in aren't barbicans normally little tunnels covered with murder holes?
Well,
so you're over here.
The other option is to swim across the lake. I myself think that's quite a long swim.
Or we just teleport to the top.
I have a feeling there's an anti-teleportation protection around the place, hence it's appearing here.
I don't swim so good.
Okay, Volker, we'll make sure you're all right.
The only thing about teleporting is the castle is it's definitely evil. It's more dead than a dead thing on a dead day.
So, our options are to enter through the barbican, swim across the lake, teleport into a place we can't see and don't know what's in there, or turn around, go home, and leave Korvosa and possibly the whole of Varisia.
Oh, I was actually aiming for the roof, but.
It should also be pointed out that the castle seems in relatively good repair.
Well, if it's full of free-willed undead, they probably fix it. Or if it is undead itself, it might even
Not necessarily well maintained or clean, but it seems to be in good repair, given that it's meant to be abandoned for so long.
Aye, but they've got infernal repairs.
Vorka starts walking towards the front gate.
I think it's walking towards the front gate. That's where I'm kind of going. I'm just saying it sounds like a really
have to
mad
swim.
plan.
We could perhaps raft.
No, let's walk towards the front gate, because technically, I mean, if we save the power points, we can't actually get out of it. If a murder hole, we could get out of it. If we had to. We could just teleport out if we've got the power points.
If you're prepared to do so, Mistress Sassafras?
I might need to rest a little bit.
That's the point.
Gates.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got here. It's up to you how long you want to. You can 2 hours. You'll get 10 power points back if you want to rest for a couple of hours before you begin.
See no harm in that.
In fact, I'm going to say the whole
say
arriving and talking with Larry and Sayal. I'm going to say we'll call that an hour. She can have 5 back straight off the cuff, Sassafras. It's up to you if you want to wait longer.
Why don't we send our winged friends to around and come back and let us know what they find?
Oh, yeah.
If whatever is in that castle scares wyverns, I'm not entirely sure sending pseudo-dragons
Let's not send a wyvern. Let's send something else that flies.
We just saw that they were
Ah,
black
you mean
birds,
one of your
not
magical
wyverns.
You think we should send a wybird?
Could send a mystical constructed flying gap.
Yeah, we've got them.
It's never an error to have more information about where you're going before you.
Well, be my guest, Master Wildsoul, if one of your avian friends would like to investigate. Perhaps that canny canard of yours.
Yeah. Anyway, so because we're waiting for Sassafras to recover power points, we've got enough time for me to cast Spy Bat. Spy Bat lasts for 10 minutes, and Spy Bat can go in, and I can have a look about.
Okay.
At the Barbican. We'll just maintain it and come back. And I still get all my power points back before Sassafras. But you're going to have to get a bit. It's not going to be terribly long range, does it? But anyway, to cut long story short, yeah, rest up, get power points, walk in the front door. I think that's the general plan.
If we rest up, you get enough power back, then I can cast teleport. We can get to the roof and make our way down.
Indeed, and you can fight the entire undead castle with much of your power spent on teleporting us there.
Okay, so let's say for the sake of argument, you are here. Okay, you can get a bit closer if you want. Let's put right. Let's find one of Thaddeus's allies. Main.
Best thing to do is just walk in the front door.
No, I'm just going to work this out. Okay, there's okay. So we'll pop you. Okay, we'll put you there. If you zoom in a lot, you can find the Thaddeus spy bat. Okay, the Thaddeus. I'm not saying you're doing this. I'm just working it out. Okay, the Thaddeus spy bat has a pace of 12. So.
While I'm laying here resting, can I get more power points back while he sends out spies to see if there's a safe place we can open up to?
Yeah, no, I'm just working something out. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But
don't. It's 14 rounds. If you want to know what the answer was.
Yeah, well, I'm just working out how far it got before you have to maintain it. That's all I'm trying to work out. Yeah. So it gets to. It would get to. I mean, obviously you can start closer, but it gets to
Twice.
there.
Yeah, I mean, it gets there. It gets there. It doesn't have to come back, right? So it can fly there in 7.5 rounds, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So it has to be maintained once.
Okie dokie.
Okay, like I said, so it's like one spell, 1 power points. It's only 6. It's less than teleport, so everybody gets their power points back.
It's fine. Okay, so it's put it. Okay. So you'll spend. Okay, you'll spend a power point to summon it. Yep. You spend a power point to summon it. Now you need to maintain it. So that's a second. Well, however many power points to summon it, then you'll have to spend an additional power point to maintain it. And then it can continue flying. At which point, you're flying high or low?
Does it make a difference?
Possibly.
Certainly does in 3rd edition Warhammer.
Are you flying high? Yeah, basically, because you obviously the path was down through the crater. Is it just flying at high, in a straight line from where you were? So therefore, it'd be doing a high level approach to the castle, or is it flying low down, or is it diving down and flying low close to the water? It's all about. That's all you need to decide. Oh no, simple as that. Just tell me.
Stay high, you're less likely to get blown up by whatever's got the birds scared away.
Okay, so doing this then, right? Fair enough. Well, high, I suppose.
Well, I'm saying you don't have to spend the points if you don't want to. I'm asking. You don't have to spend the points, but if you are spending the points, spend the points, and it's flying in high.
So, are we doing this? Is this what the plan is?
Well, you're the ones that have the plan.
Okay, I guess yes, we're doing this then. Yeah, so we're flying in high.
Like I said, Vorka's already started walking towards the gate, so...
Well, Gastus is going to catch up with Vorka and say, remember how they all got very pissy the last time we left the spellcasters arguing and just went and got on with it ourselves? Maybe we should just wait for a little bit until they say it's all right.
Fine. Vorka sits down right where he is and starts playing with rocks. You're not sure what he's doing.
I'm fine with this idea. I was the one that suggested.
Okay, as you approach the castle, 2 creatures fly up to attempt to intercept the bat, which of course they appear to do so on the 6 of diamonds.
To those. I think they're having a go at... Ooh. Tell me, Master Vorka, what do your goblin eyes see?
Stony birds.
Yes. Ooh, ouch.
The bat dies.
So the whole thing is under observation, and they've got aerial support. And that bridge is a bit narrow.
I have a feeling that bridge is not to scale.
You flew high. Oh, it probably is actually. Oh, what, the width you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know actually. Causeway.
Because isn't there some rule about if something gets killed that you're in mind link with, you have to make a rule for vigor or something to make sure that their death in the mind link.
I believe it only shakes you, so it's not going to be that much.
It's not going to be that much of a problem. No. The creatures then fly back and sort of land back on the and land on the high parapets of the castle.
However, there was only 2 of them.
On second thoughts, Master Volker, we can probably take the Barbican and they can catch up and we can deal with the causeway afterwards. Aramis has got room for 2.
Okay.
Yeah, we could probably just walk up to the Barbican if it's only got 2 gargoyles.
So there's Aramis. There's Vorka. There's Thaddeus.
Gastus.
Well, I mean,
If Vorka reckons it's worth a go,
that scale seems off.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So let's ride up to the Barbican. We'll let everybody else know. We're just going to go and check out the Barbican. Then welcome to join us if you want.
Okay,
absolutely going.
There we go. Lock. No, don't lock movement. Lock that one. So I see what I'm doing. So there you go. An area sprawls before the Barbican. Fragments of ancient bone and broken weaponry from ancient battle still clutter the thin soil. Is everyone going for the Barbican? I'm going to assume everyone's going for the Barbican.
Yeah.
Sassafras, you can have all your PowerPoints back. In that case, I'm just going to drop everyone there like that. Eee! There we go.
Yeah, because we don't want to delay. Just as soon as the bat dies, we're going to pile straight onto the Barbican.
Okie dokie.
Because that's the element of surprise gone. But there's only 2. It means there's only 2 guards, and I'm pretty sure we can deal.
Is Vorka riding with Gastus then?
Sure.
So we'll probably be a bit ahead of everybody else as 1, we started ahead, and 2, we're on an horse.
Yep, let's put you to there then. Right.
I would like to shadow step as far forward as I can in the cover of trees or rocks or similar.
Certainly.
Oh dear, his dice ace. That's really bad.
Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. Okay. Okay. As you approach, 2 sets of gates once boxed the ends of the entryway, but are long since gone. The surrounding structure is mostly intact to the southeast, but lies in ruins to the northwest. Okay, however, I need to sort something out, and it might take. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So
I think it's amusing. He took off on the horse before me, and I just glide past him, and the number's 3000. Right.
Unlike your steed, mine can't be dispelled.
Where's this bloody GM map gone? I need the GM map.
Unlike your steed, mine helps me clean up afterwards.
I think I've got some pins missing. Oh yes, of course I don't. Easy. Oh, of course. Yes. Yeah. Need the scale on this. Okay. That's fine. And then the 7, 12. Oh bloody hell! Really? Okay. Okay. Step to there. Let everyone else move up.
no point in putting Shroud on Shadow Step. It only lasts as long as the power, which is instant.
That makes forget.
Okay. 0.
I just misread that as dishwasher.
Out of sheer curiosity, did you just move something 30 inches?
An arrow sticks into Thaddeus.
Well, Master Thaddeus, you make a marvelous good shield.
It comes down from the the upper floors of the tower to the left. Okie dokie.
So anyway, yeah, like I said, murder. That's okay. Did it do damage?
Well, yes, I'm just trying to work out. I'm just trying to find what the bloody damage is. Okay.
Would be strength plus d6 for a composite bow.
Oh, mild poison.
Ooh.
I was trying to find what poison it was. That's all. Okay. Modules. Core rules. I really should just add I should really make this a shortcut. I'm going to make this a shortcut. Oh, it already is a shortcut. Poison. Okay, mild poison suffers fatigue or exhaustion with a critical failure. Cannot cause incapacitation. Okay. Opposite longbow, damage roll. Thaddeus is shaken, therefore he does have to make a vigor check to save against poison. Or spend a penny to negate the shaken, of course. Oh no! Oh dear. Oh dear. Exhaustion with a critical failure. Thaddeus is exhausted. He takes.
Well, no, that was to avoid the shaking.
He spent the penny to soak damage and it automatically rolled a vigor roll to do soak.
Oh. I miss. Okay.
So it's a critical failure on the soak roll, so now we have to roll vigor.
Except you don't, because it's not a soak roll when you're just avoiding being shaken.
Exactly. That's why I got very confused. Because you just spend a penny to unshake. I hadn't applied it yet. You needed to tell me whether you could spend the penny or not. Then I could apply the shake, and then you could have removed it. Well, I just cancelled it. You just spent the penny, so you're okay. You're not poisoned. Huzzah! Right. The second arrow shoots down from about the same level. However, your combat acrobat capabilities and the range of the shot from the upper floors of the tower means the arrow lands between your feet. We are now finished
my Duelist 3 hasn't kicked in either, which I may have put the wrong code in for at ranged -2 because they're at -2 to hit me when my rapier's out as well.
Well, that's all very nice. Right, the surprise round is over because they got a ridiculously good stealth roll. Therefore, none of you spotted them, so they surprised you. I have dealt cards for initiative. I'm going to delete Aki from the combat tracker. And if anyone, Vorka or Sassafras want to, Cease actually. If anyone wants to spend, okay, Vorka has spent cards. Is that anyone want to spend cards before I start the round? Yeah, I've learned how to do it
because I can't see where they are other than the ones that shot at us, so I'll stay where I am.
Yeah. Well, you can't. You should. I shouldn't have tagged them all, but that's fine. Anyway. Okay, so up first is Vorka. I don't know what happened there. I dealt the cards. What the hell? No, I don't know what happened there. I'll give Vorka his penny back. I don't know what happened there, because I just pressed next actor and it ended the turn for some reason. Don't know why. So Vorka, I gave you your penny back. Do you want to spend it to see if you can get above the 8 of spades?
Well, I want to get above. Yeah, since I'm on the 8 of Hearts, I think I can probably get higher.
You did.
Right.
Yeah. King of Hearts.
Okay. It is sometime and I must go. Shall I give everyone a Benny before you go, Tag Girl? Anyway, Leia up. Oh, Leia's teleported already. Oh, Leia's in the rear
Teleported
tower.
last turn.
I know you did. Well, you teleported while everyone else was surprised. Yep, please, Mr. GM, give them all Bennies. Certainly will. And I'll see you on the 21st. We'll see you on the 21st, Tag Girl. Okay, this gate tower is...
However...
Sorry, this gate tower is nothing more than a 20-foot high pile of rubble with few fallen walls. So there we go.
I am, however, now going to bamf a second time to where that arrow came from.
If it's in range.
Okay, it's 20. Well, hang on. Let's say it's 23 inches, not 10, because obviously that's the horizontal, but they use the vertical as well. How far can you bamf?
That's how far I just bamfed to get where I was. Let me have a look.
I think it's 24 with a raise. You have to spend the extra power points.
Nope, out. Problem.
Because obviously you've done the horizontal, but the point is they're on the top floor of the Barbican.
It's fine. I've spent the extra power points.
Okay.
Actually, no, you can't. It's just 12 inches.
Well, then I couldn't have got where I was before, in which case I'm closer and therefore can go from where I was. I was originally stood quite close to where, what's the name, Vendra is, which is further if I were to... Sorry, didn't realise you were grabbing me too. Started about here, didn't I?
Let's put it like this. You can get inside the building, but you'll be on the ground floor.
Okay, fine. As it's a limited free action, I can then run up with it, assuming I don't encounter anything else.
Leia rolls underneath Aramis into his shadow and disappears.
Although it has to be pointed out, the thickness. In fact, actually, if you try to teleport to there, you'll actually 12 inches is your limit, isn't it? The best you can teleport to right now is there. The walls are too thick, so
you could move forwards and then teleport.
That's true.
Right. Yeah, I'll move forwards. I'll run forwards, in fact, and then try and teleport up to the top. There you go. I'll run forwards 8, and then teleport to the top.
And then teleport to the top, which I'm going to... I'll tell you what, we'll put you... I'll put you on the first floor. Which is okay. Okay,
why on a different map?
Because it's a different bloody map. Yeah, it is. Sorry, what? Not why. You said, am I? Sorry. Yes, because to be really helpful, because of course 3D is not an option in this lovely, the way the maps have been made. You are now on a different map for everyone else. Hurrah! Okay. A cot pushed against the stairway occupies this room, along with a huge black snake that's been poorly preserved, stuffed, and hung from a 15-foot high ceiling. The southeast door is barred from the inside. Okay. Which would have been southeast. It must be that one then, mustn't it? Okay. Right. It appears to be occupied.
Well,
this
whatever
room.
It is on the map then.
Did I actually add? Yes, it did add to the tracker. He doesn't actually appear to be on the tracker, so let's do that. I need to deal him in. I might spend a Benny on that. Does he know? Okay, that's fine. So, and then make him visible. He looks like this.
I've just given you an adventure card, Leia.
Let me just look what that is.
Okay. He's basically, actually, when you teleport in, he's removing the bar that's on the inside of this door. It appears he's rushing to the battlements to obviously attack your friends.
Is he a wild card?
Yes.
You need to give me a card back, babe.
No problem.
This is technically the first round of combat, yes. It's okay. As you appear in the room, he turns at you, glares at you, and starts frothing and shaking.
You rabbit, sir.
He's activated his barbarian rage. Okay. So you've moved and you performed a teleport. So that's technically.
I have my adventure cards, please.
Oh, hang on.
My adventure cards, sir.
Is Banff a limited free action or a limited action?
Limited free action.
All right, you still got your go.
Limited... Yeah, but I want those adventure cards, please.
Oh, you immediately
sorry. Draw three adventure cards and keep one of your choice.
I apologise. I was too busy dealing with the adventure then too. Did you get 3 adventure cards?
Let's keep one of them down, sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. I wasn't paying any attention whatsoever.
Right. Okay, fine. I will just drop the ones I'm not keeping in the window. I only get to keep one of them.
Yeah, just spend them as if you were using them because you just tell me you're not using them, if that makes sense.
Yes, that's fine. And yes, I do still have action. So, being as I've already done my movement and can't get to him, I am going to try and confuse the crap out of him by dancing. That was not good. I'm going to Benny that.
A limited free action, you still have to go on your initiative, don't you? Technically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try and distract him by dancing.
Oh, you should have targeted him with that, because then we could have tried out the lovely new. Right. So,
I'll tell you what. I'll do one that's targeted on him,
yeah,
and
okay,
you can try it out.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go, and it worked.
Exactly the same roll.
You got exactly the same roll. It's a test. What? It's going to be against smarts, isn't it, rather than spirit? Don't you think?
Tests go against the attribute for the skill.
So performance.
It's an agility test.
It will be spirit. Performances against spirit.
Hey, spirit. Here we go. It's built in. Look at that. It's built in.
Hello, pretty kitty.
Attacker 1 distracted. I thought
that's a raise, isn't it?
Creative combat.
Yeah.
Akil said it was supported. Creative combat.
Well, it didn't work.
I turned it on and it didn't work.
You could distract it all vulnerable.
We'll have him as distracted being as I can't do anything. But yeah, do I get creative combat?
You roll the table first and then you pick.
Yeah, because you might get both off the table.
Yeah, so then you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure. I'm just trying to see. But it could well be because my computer crashed and rebooted itself. I don't think Fancy Ground saved the settings. So I'm just trying to see if that's what's happened here. It's setting rule, isn't it? Creative combat.
Creative combat setting rule.
Setting rules.
If this is the new version, Pat, alloys is still broken.
Creative combat is turned on, but it didn't roll it. I'll have to find out what I did wrong with that one. Anyway, you can roll obviously, it doesn't mean you can't do it manually. It's just
we just roll 2d6. Oh no, yes, that right. Fair enough. So shaken.
So, yeah, distracted and shaken is exactly what you want.
Distracted and shaken. There we go.
Excellent.
On free actions when shaken. Was it because it's got
actions?
Yeah, you can move when you're
shaken.
But limited free actions
You
can
can
they
move,
be done
but
with
you
shaken?
cannot take any actions.
That's what I thought. That's what I was asking because that was my
free actions you can do.
But not
no,
a
because it's still an action.
It's still got the keyword action in. That's why I was asking.
I'm trying to have Majenko also fly up, but I failed. So can you also raise his altitude? Because that was a diagonal upwards.
Okay, Majenko is now at the same level as the orcs on the higher levels.
And I don't suppose he's in range of his cone template, is he?
It's not a cone, it's a small burst template.
A small burst, then he won't be. So I guess that will be it for Majenko.
Okay. Oh dear. I think he's unshaking. Okay. He hits you with an intimidating glare. Yeah. So when the attack, he makes an intimidation roll. Ha ha! Cool, we are getting to tie at the lovely new stuff, aren't we here? Right, intimidation roll against Lair. Okay, so that's a spirit check. I suppose I have to roll for you, don't I? I don't know if you guys get the option to do to roll manually.
Can roll spirit.
Well,
but
it should show up on the combat tracker.
That's what I was wondering.
Yes, it does. It's there.
That's good. That's what I wanted to know. I haven't tried it as a player. Okay, attack of one.
Let's try and Benny that.
That's interesting. Try dropping a Benny on it. See what happens. I'll give you a Benny back.
Try dropping that.
Try dropping it on the roll button or something. I don't know. I don't know if you can. Let's see what happens. Yes, look at that. That's brilliant. I'll give you a Benny back because, of course, you spent 2 there.
Is it the other way as well?
Yeah, he's still 1 with a raise on a 7.
I guess I'll take it because it's a 2 fail anyway.
I get to roll on the creative combat table. You receive a Benny. No, he receives a Benny, doesn't he? Not you.
Yeah, he receives a Benny.
He's going to make you vulnerable. And then, obviously, that was his limited free action. Then he's obviously going to just he's then going to smack you hard as he can. What's that do? Oh, okay. I did not know that. I need to change that before I go any further. He gets 2 dice when raging, not 1 strength die. So then it comes to what about limited free actions? That's where it gets interesting.
Well, you can only do a limited free action once, but it's still a free action, so you can do a limited free action while shaken.
It's interesting, though, isn't it? Okay. Okay. So what is it? Oh, that must be his. That's going to be his sword, isn't it? The Akarum. Powerful blow. Oh yeah. So he's got a wild attack you then. Seeing as he likes wild attacking. He has
well,
to,
he's raging. He's got to.
He's got to. Yeah, agreed. So okay. So then he attacks you, hitting, getting a. I have to put a manual +2 bonus in because he's raging on top of the standard wild attack, and you can't soak wounds.
No, but unfortunately, he is so distracted by my cleavage that he doesn't quite aim right.
Nicely done. Nicely done indeed. Very nice. Okay. Vorka, you're up, sir.
Well, Vorka can't bamf. Vorka can't fly. Vorka can't run.
And he can spend a bit. You can spend a Benny, you know my house rule.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Forker can go on hold and wait for the horse that he's riding to move.
That already lets him move pretty much as fast as the horse.
Yeah.
Don't forget, my other house rule is if you roll one twice, you add the 2 ones together because you did spend a penny after all. So you've got a pace of 11, basically.
Why is my shield of deflect? Oh, because it's a heavy shield of deflecting.
Mm.
You know what? That's a very good point. I like that. Yeah, that's true. That should be, shouldn't it?
Before he runs away, though, he is going to...
You can't make a wild attack. Oh, you can. I create a custom wild attack, couldn't I?
Mm.
It's easy enough to put it on, but yeah. Oh, that is a good point. I have to work out a way to do that. Sorry, Vorka. Sorry. I'm thinking about rules.
No, that's okay. Vorka is going to, before he runs, he's going to cast a deflection on everybody.
Actually.
Much better.
I wonder if that would work. Putting all those effects in together.
Should do, shouldn't it?
Let's just it.
Isn't the @ symbol one for incoming attacks?
It is. Thank you. Hang on, why is deflection so slow? This is meant to be the fast combat tracker.
No, that was fairly quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. It is. I was just expecting to do more. Okay, so now going to here. I think actually ironically, I think I was slowing it down. Okay, so let me just do this. See if I get a +2 attack bonus. Yes! Okay, I need to update rage, don't I, to do that?
Except you want melee +2, not attack +2.
Is it melee attacks only raging?
Well, yes, because you can only wild attack with the fighting attack.
That's fine. That's what I was checking. Thank you. Fighting +2. That's fine. Okay, I need to update rage to do that. Oh my word, that's brilliant. Although it keeps putting the counter down to 1 when I do that, so I have to worry about that later. Okay, so Vorka, you cast deflection on everyone. Nicely done.
Yes.
Okay, that gets us to Sassafras.
And whoever that was, Miss Vorka?
Nobody attacked Vorka.
Oh, okay.
No, that was me testing something. That was me just testing something.
Vorka's running ahead again, per usual, and not thinking about the danger he puts us. So Sassafras is going to step up here in front of Thaddeus, and she's going to pull out a wand. Now, what do I have to do to activate the wand? Just a spellcasting roll, right?
That's correct, yes. Or smarts. Your choice, technically.
Since they have the same value, but I get a plus on spellcasting, but not on smarts.
Exactly, yeah.
And I point the wand at Vorka, and poof! He's invisible.
Ooh!
I don't know how to apply it to him.
Yeah, it's because the wands were built before they changed all the lovely code, weren't it? So I can't do it. Okay, so Sassafras has done that. It's just a standard one, isn't it? So Vorka is invisible. There we go.
And then I'm gonna, and I had one step left. I'm gonna step back a little bit and go, cling to Thaddeus's cloak or something to kind of hide myself.
What's Ruti up to?
Now, if I'm reading this right, the PowerPoints listed on the wands and stuff. Now that's how many charges it has, correct?
Yes, yeah, it is just charges. I took the arbitrary decision that it makes more sense to keep track of charges than power points when it comes to magic items. So you just just click it once.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, since you can't do any modifiers to it, so yeah.
Yeah, unless it's got modifiers built in already, and then they're fixed, so it's still one charge.
It's still only one charge, yeah. Because
okay, well, I had done that, but I wanted to make sure that I.
No, that's absolutely right. It's just items use charges, and the charge could be 1 power point. The charge could be 15 power points because it was decided when the magic item was built how many power points in each charge. If that makes sense.
Or if we got it off of somebody who'd been using it, how many they'd already burnt off.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, what's Ruti up to?
Rudy is going to fly up as high as he can just to see, just kind of go straight up, because Rudy is from another world, so he, even as a baby, realizes that they're going to recognize him as something strange and not bad, more chaotic than bad, but he's just, so he's not going to get too close, but he just wants to see what he can see because he's also a baby and nosy. So he can fly a pace of 12. How high up can he get?
12.
So where's
he can fly up? He can fly up vertically. Yep. So, and you want him to fly as high as he can go as he flies, do you?
Yes.
There we go. Flies up 12. Okay.
A roll for notice or something? Yeah, he has notice.
You can make a notice check. Yep. That height, he can see 3 orcs. One on the first floor there, and 2 on the second floor there. And obviously, I'm thinking in terms of the UK where there's a ground floor. So from your perspective, it's probably add 1 floor on, isn't it? Is that right? Your first floor is the ground floor.
Our first floor, is ground level.
Yeah. Yeah. So as far as you're concerned, then there's an orc on the second floor and 2 orcs on the third floor. Okay.
Pretty suspicious of the butterfly wings. It's just going to hover there and see if he can draw their attention away from the fact that there's people approaching.
He probably will actually draw the fire from Volker, who's now invisible. Agastus, you're up, sir.
Can Argenia go first, please?
Argenia can go first.
Argenia will flap there and raise up to the first or second floor, depending on which side of the Atlantic Argenia is from. Or not, apparently.
Oh, Argenia, sorry, I got your horse and Argenia muddled up. Any verticality on that?
Yes, up to be on the first or second floor, depending on which side of the Atlantic Argenia comes from.
It should be +2 then. First
and
floor.
then Argenia will breathe stun gas over those 2 orcs. Hopefully.
They're on the second floor.
Well, then Argenia will go to the second floor. I said Argenia will go to the first or second floor, depending on which one the orcs are on and where.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to deal with 2 maps at once.
And that'll be with a raise.
What's the area? Isn't that a small burst template?
It's a small burst template, but I don't know exactly where the orcs are, but because I can't see them.
Oh, of course you can't, because they're inside the walls.
Yeah.
There we are then. That will get both of them.
Okay, so that's with a raise. So they need an evasion.
Hold, Father. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it properly. So we're going to go to Argenia. We're going to go to the combat tab. We're going to go to breath weapon, attack info, and it's an attack roll. Where's the evasion option? Can't remember. Do I have to put that as a keyword, or is it down the bottom? I can't remember. There is a way to. That's what I haven't worked out yet. I'm going to try be evaded down there and see what happens. Okay. So then,
so you can target them and make it do this kind of stuff automatically, can you?
Yes, that's supposedly how it works. That's why I want to try it out. I conveniently completely forgot to arrange a show and tell with Akil on Sunday after he offered. So I don't know how things work as supposed to. So make your breath weapon roll.
And roll a 1 this time, not the 8 that I got, the 10 I got before. But
yeah, I'm going to have to raise a bug report, and the party allies are still broken.
Okay.
And because it's an area effect attack, the relative scales don't matter.
No, but I'm trying to work. Okay. Maybe attack was the wrong choice. Let's have a look. Attack, test, opposed. I suppose it could be opposed, couldn't it? And then you.
It's opposed by agility -2 if it's evaded.
Defender must get a success. It's there we are. It's a roll evasion. That's how it does it. It's a roll with a save for evasion. Try again. So I just want to work it out. There we go. Oh, beautiful. So I've got to learn how to do it because I've got to go back through and update all the bloody monsters to fit the new system. So anyway, so breath weapons. If you have a dragon, if you have a dragon, you can see it on the genie. What you do, you want to edit your dragon. You want to open up its breath weapon by right-clicking on the damage area and picking attack info. And under type where it says thrown, there's a new option where it says roll. At the moment, you've probably got it set to roll attack. What you do is you keep clicking on it till it says save, and then you type in what they have to defend it by. So I've changed our genius to say roll save versus evasion. So now when I click roll on the orc, he makes an evasion roll. If he fails, you get then you would roll damage on them. If they save, it automatically removes the thing. But anyway, so they both fail. It's an automatic stun, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but it means with grenades you can't target them.
Why not?
Because that's what I've said. I said that right from the very beginning.
No, but grenades are attack rolls. Unless you see a grenade coming, you don't get to evade, and you don't get to evade grenades fired from a grenade launcher. Therefore, you leave grenades as attack rolls, and therefore you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Right. So
nope, it doesn't work like that. I know, I tested it. It doesn't work like that.
No, I'm talking about the rules. I'm not talking about how it works in here.
No, that's the rules. I've done it. I did test it. That's not the way it works, and that's not the rules.
The rules are you don't get an evasion roll against a grenade unless you know it's coming.
Well, you don't get an evasion roll because you don't know where this thing's going to land, so you can't target. That's the point.
No, you can target, because if you hit, you've hit, and if you miss, then you do scatter, and then you can retarget
you
afterwards.
Don't know where it's landing, so you cannot target.
Yes, you do. You don't do the targeting until after the roll.
Let's not talk about it.
Anyway, they both made their vigor rolls, so they're not stunned.
Oh, well, never mind.
I'm not entirely sure I got the breath weapon right. I will find out. Oh, no, I did for the breath weapon. The problem is that, ironically, with breath weapons, you actually need 2 saves. You actually need save versus evasion, and then what the effect is, don't you? But that's okay.
Which is why, so far, when we've been doing it, we've been doing just the one, because, never mind, it doesn't matter. Aramis will then run.
Yep.
With Gastus on his back. And since all these things are happening roughly simultaneously, Gastus will be spurring Aramis and will set off with Vorka running just slightly ahead, and then Vorka will vanish right in front of Aramis, and I won't know where he is. So Gastus will shout, "Sorry, sorry!"
But you managed to avoid him, so that's okay.
Yeah. And that's about all Gastus will be doing. So I will.
Actually, you can't be acrobatic while riding a horse.
I beg to differ.
You have never watched a trick rider, have you?
Exactly.
Point taken then. Oh, I'll shut up. Thaddeus! I'm just thinking of the description, not necessarily. You know what I mean?
I'm free to move and lean backwards and drop down one side of the horse, flip underneath, holding onto the stirrups, and back up the other side.
As long as you're aware of the attack, so you wouldn't get it on a surprise round. That's what.
No, you don't get on a surprise round, but
that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
I want to see you try it.
Anyway, Thaddeus, you're up, sir.
How far away is Leah?
You don't know. She disappeared. She moved to there and then vanished, so you have no idea where she went after that.
So where did the arrow get shot from then?
The arrows got shot from the top floor of the castle.
Can we go to the top floor of the castle?
Where our genius breathed in stun gas.
So anyway, so how far is it to where a genius has breathed in the gas?
It's 17 inches.
It's 17 inches.
I just worked out how to do it. Move you backwards and then move you forwards. That gets me a measurement that I'm happy with.
Right.
And yes, I know Pythagoras' theorem. It's probably less than 17, but it's easier just to do it that way.
Pythagoras is spinning in his grave.
In fact, do you know what? This is going to take. If it's a conversation, it's automatically wrong because it takes too much time. So what we're going to do is we're just going to run. There we go. Run to there. Take a defend action.
Yeah. You already got a deflection. I see what I've been thinking more about what you meant about the grenades. I understand what you mean about with the mechanics. Grenades won't work easily.
She'll do nothing, and it's the next turn.
But you could, however. Okay, an arrow comes out of that arrow slit. And I think it's going to hit you, Gastus. Oh, jeez. Yeah, because you weren't expecting that. That arrow really, just as you ride past this arrow slit, and the orc just lets loose, and basically it basically narrow misses, hitting the horse, and inserts itself strongly into your torso.
He should be at a further -2 to hit me, but there you go. Because I've got Duelist 3, which means I can parry incoming shots.
You have to know they're coming, don't you?
I'm pretty sure I'm aware that there are archers attacking me.
Yes, but you didn't necessarily expect one on the ground floor because he hadn't fired yet.
Okay, fair enough.
But even with another -2, he still hits you.
No, he didn't, but never mind. Because his roll got down to a 7 with the penalties. Dodge puts the target number up to 6, so with an extra -2, he would have missed.
You don't get your combat acrobat, but yeah, okay. If you put your code in wrong, it's not my fault. Have a look at your
code.
I
guess I'll take a wound.
Let's have a look at your code. What have you done wrong?
It's on the sword, because it's only when the sword is out. And I've got outranged -2.
I'm going to give you a card tab. You can swap.
Yeah, I suspect you can't do that on a sword. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, I put it on the sword so that it only works when the sword is in my hand. But yeah.
Well, the easy thing to do then is to have it as an effect, isn't it? That we can turn on and off. Duelist 3. Deflect arrows. You can now deflect arrows and thrown arrows. You subtract 2 from athletics or shooting rolls to hit him. This stacks with dodge and similar abilities and ignored if the duelist is surprised, bound, or unaware of the attack. I'm going to rule that, and it was meant to be an ambush, and they got a 20 on their stealth. You didn't know it was coming. Otherwise,
fair enough.
You know what I mean? Otherwise, Otherwise, I don't disagree. As it were, going forwards, now you're expecting it, and I will happily agree that you are now aware there are more orcs than you originally suspected. So we'll allow it to run, as it were. So that I think that will work. We'll try that next turn. You take a wound. So
I'll take a wound.
Okay. I think I managed to actually. Okay. You therefore get to make a vigor check versus the poison.
I'll have to make that check first.
Okay. Read. Not that I can spell maneuver. No, I'll try. I think there's a new option been put in for chases that you can now do /roll maneuver, and it will automatically do the maneuver roll. I don't know how it knows what your chase roll is for that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know how it knows. Okay. Now we get to test whether or not the recoding of your duelist 3 works, because you see another orc popping up on the first floor, point and leaning out to fire at you. Oh, well, 1 won't matter. But yeah, duelist 3 kicked in that time. It was not a crit fail, but obviously you see the arrow coming and avoid it with impotence. Okay, I'm going to shoot a genia. I know I'll miss, but that's not the point. And that's a miss. And the second round begins. Oh dear, the bad guy goes first. This could be bad. Oh no, later was actually okay, wasn't he? You managed to play a card to negate all damage in the last round. Right, so let's hit Leia again. Oh dear. I need to put a plus. Oh no, I'll put the damage +4 in, so I don't need to modify it manually anymore.
That guy's vicious. Let's try circle.
Rather than you than me, but I just gave you some.
Right.
I think you can do that.
Yes, you can.
Can you? Can I play better than you than me? Can I make him hit himself?
When your hero has been hit by an attack and there's another character within 5, I would say
friend or foe.
Yeah, but I can't bounce back onto the person that's done the damage. I'm going to say, if there was a third individual, if there's a third individual in the room, then I'd agree. Then I'd say yes. But I don't think really a sword can bounce back and impale him. Don't forget, you can't soak the damage. You played a
Can
card.
I have that Benny back?
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much. You'll need to put that wound back up.
Yep, that's fine.
We go.
Hang on, wait a minute. I've asked me half.
Doesn't matter if Leia gets incapacitated. She's got the free get up roll, hasn't she? It'd be a shame to use it up already, but no, you've all got an extra life.
Swap a card with me. How about I give you this card here, Leia?
True. What have you given me? Hold on, let me look.
Was that not today? Were you just given not today?
You can give them not. You could play not today.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, you definitely want to play not today, and then you won't take any damage.
I really do.
Because it turns.
Right, critical
failure.
failure.
Very much, Thaddeus.
Do you like the way it plays the critical failure sound effect just when it plays the card? I do like the fact that it picks up the text. Okie dokie. So that turns it into a critical failure. He's already vulnerable, so I'm going to make him distracted from that attack. As you just literally, all you do is as he basically slashes at you with a powerful cut, you literally just fade to shadow for a fraction of a second, and he's very confused by that. Leia, you're up. You're not sure how you managed to do it.
Okay. Let's get that applied. I am going to also one of my limited free action.
I forgot his limited free action. He could have glared at you again. Apparently, he can do it multiple times.
Yeah, anytime you get a face card.
Can't resist that.
My mistake. I forgot to do it.
I'm going to summon a duplicate of myself to fight next to me.
In that case, I might try and intimidate you. Go for it. Try and summon a duplicate of yourself to fight next to you.
I'm going to do that, and then immediately spend those points to do that.
Yep.
I didn't want too many.
Well, don't forget technically you roll the power, because if you fail, you only have to take one of those points off, not all of the points.
I can't fail. They automatically succeed, all of them.
Oh, of course it does. I'm an idiot. Ignore me. I'm tired.
It's okay. It's no problem.
Okay, so we need to add Shadow you on. Shadow layer is added to the combat tracker. Oh, that was instant. My word, that was instant. Do you remember how it used to take 5 minutes to add your copies on? You're already there. Yeah. Look. You're not now. There you are.
I see it. Oh yeah, there I am. Cool.
Where does your duplicate appear? I mean, there's a range limit, isn't there? But
it's all right. She's going to appear to my left in combat
left.
with him as well.
So there.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I am going to whap his ass, and then she is going to whap his ass if there's any ass left to whap.
I need to flip Shadow Layer so she's facing the opposite way to you. Like I'm.
Wow! You just need to mat out the whole of the layer, so it's just a black silhouette.
Oh, that's true. Cool. Yeah, that would be cool. I'm gonna have to do that. I probably should make Layer slightly opaque now, shouldn't I? Not opaque.
I'll shrug and say, "Well, you can get the next one."
He might so.
Right.
It's only you can't soak, isn't it? Or is it he can't soak as well with enemy? I can't remember.
No, it's just me. He can soak.
You may not soak runes for the rest of the encounter, but yeah. Okay, so he's got 4 bennies, so he can attempt to soak. As long as he doesn't crit fail. He keeps rolling once. He keeps rolling that one. Oh, there we go. Okay, he takes 2 wounds, but he's still up and running. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to go to Shadow Layer before I do Majenko because of changing maps and all that.
That's absolutely fine.
To Shadow Layer, so I'm on the right one moment.
Aren't all their stats meant to be 1 die lower than yours?
They are meant to be, yes.
They look the same as yours at the moment.
Just put a trait -1 the effect on it.
Yeah, I was going to. I made the mistake of trying to open the character sheet.
You also put claw pounce on her.
I also put what's on?
Pounce.
And you might be able to drag it from layer to Shadow Layer. I can't, but you probably can. Drag the pounce attack from
the pounce. Sorry, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I understood. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, pounce.
You just copy it from actual layer. It's already applied to her.
Don't like it. Yeah, I manually copy it, can't I? There we go.
I beat him up, and then my shadow beats him up.
Oh, there's a 10 in there. That Benny was for the really, really sensible idea of just putting a trait -1 in there. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That's not going to save him. Let's see. I'll have to spend one. Okay. I don't think I'm. Okay.
Remember that.
He dies.
I high five my shadow.
Okay. Cool stuff. Okay, Majenko.
Majenko is going to fly up to those guys at the top and use his breath weapon. He's going to fly up to where Argenia is.
Yeah.
You'll have to target them because I can't.
No, that's fine.
Let's see them.
And if we go combat tab, breath weapon, change it to oppose, save.
And when you're ready.
Okay, all yours. Go for it.
You just coughed at them.
You did indeed. Okay, and then I'm going to have 12 past just to do things on Vorka. Doesn't everything sort of get a bit all windy? I'm trying to remember the Lord of the Rings film when you go invisible. Everything sort of gets like it's hand painted, doesn't it? Vorka runs to there and opens the door. A crude wooden structure, obviously not part of the original Barbican, leans awkwardly against the stone building to the south. A single rickety door hanging askew to the west, which is the one you just kick open. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Oh, I need to start making more notes. I've just found my next bug of the day. Notes cause of most respects. Create combat choosing. Did I delete the note? Did I actually work through all the notes? Power auras, powers poison, history of asses. History of asses? Cinderlands encounters. I don't need that one anymore. We're outside of the notes of the choosing. Notes light save. Don't need that one. Notes respect points. Don't need that one. Oh, I've lost my bugger notes. I'll have to create. Oh, I don't think I did it as a shortcut. That's probably what. Silly. Notes. I do not see notes anymore. Oh, they're under player, aren't they? Oh, notes. Bugs to fix. Okay, so let's go to there, and that's book 4. Now we come down to here. Book 5. Missing. Counter. 86. So, yeah, it would appear, although it would have been nice if it told me that they were there in the other bit, because I forgot about them being there. Because then I would have actually had them man other places as opposed to hiding here. But maybe that was the whole point. Maybe they were just sneaky and hiding here all along. Okay. 4 plus 1 per hero. What? There's 9 of them then. NPCs all. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. The combat tracker doesn't pause anymore. 5, 6, 7. I imagine they would get themselves all sorted out and they're just about to head up. They're all trying to climb up the ladder when Vorka appears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Have its grip.
No, Vorka doesn't appear. Just the door suddenly flies open.
Exactly. Yeah. So they don't necessarily know you're there. They're still heading towards. They're still obviously heading towards the ladder. Let's put them into. Let's put them
What
into.
did Vorka think when all of a sudden he was there, but he wasn't?
Yeah, so
Vorka didn't notice. He can still see himself. So
yeah, Vorka down. So where is he?
One. Oh yeah, there's 10 of them because there's 1 plus. No, there's 9 of them. So I don't know where he came from. I didn't know somewhere along the 9. Okay, so we'll put 3 attempting to climb up the ladder, like so. And we'll put another 3 running into the barracks over here. So you might not be able to see them, but they are running in like so. And we'll put these 3 here, like so. There we go. That's sorted. For ease, they're going to they'll act at the end of the round. Okay, Vorka. So obviously you can, as you open the door, you see this whole place seems to have quite a lot of orcs in it. You can hear more orcs than you can see. They're definitely sort of flustered and shouting at one another. Obviously, you get the impression there's more than you can see, but obviously that's because of where you are right now. Okay. Vorka. If I click on Vorka and then click there and there and there and there. So you get one that you can't see through line of sight, but you hit him anyway. There you go.
And suddenly this cone of hearts comes flying out at them. Oh, come on. That was supposed to be an 8. Oh! Or not.
That's a point of fatigue, isn't it? If your miracle fails.
I'm not feeling the love. That's not good.
Fortunately, you're still invisible. And it was a rickety door,
Yeah.
so they won't... They don't know you're there.
So, I mean, effectively nothing happened, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
They hear somebody grunting, but beyond that, yeah.
Which the amount of noise they're making, I doubt they even heard that. Sassafras.
She heaves a deep sigh and goes, oh, they're so helping and getting themselves killed. And she's going to move forward her pace.
I love it.
There. And she's going to point the wand at Gastinius and going, you can't get killed. We need a place to live. And Gastinius fades out of sight. 5 rounds.
Consolera.
Of course, they can still target the giant, the great big horse he's riding. But, you know.
Yeah, but it's going to make it harder to target you. And the bottom line is being that, you guys are just hellbent on getting yourselves killed.
Go back to A2, that's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah. Do that. How's A11? Okay. Tracker. Oh, yes.
And Majenko is just going to keep flying around trying to see what he can see.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Right. Yeah.
My table is lagging really, really bad.
Combat Trick is getting a little on the full side. Still faster than it used to be. Okay, Thaddeus, you're up, sir.
I was trying to move Rudy up 12 towards Vorka and run a notice check for him.
It's probably because I was adding things to the combat tracker.
Yeah. Nope, it's still not letting me pick him up. And you didn't move me forward. Or not on my map.
It's not showing you having selected a move on mine. Where did you move to? You moved up to Gastus, didn't you? There we go. You wanted flying around, so.
He's got 12, so he would have stopped at 12. And then just a quick notice check to see if he can see anything.
Not. Yeah, he won't see anything more than he saw before, I don't think.
Well, under the notice check, it's one of his better skills.
No, he only sees the same number of orcs he saw before. Although he probably, now he's flying that way. No, it's covered. That whole area is covered, so you can't see him there. Okay, Thaddeus, you're up, sir. Mr. Thaddeus, are you there?
So, let's fly to there.
Oh, you're on your broom, are you?
Yeah, unsteady hands applies.
Yeah, I know.
Broom's out, everybody duck.
Here we go. You fly to there.
Oh, look, I can see all the orcs. Okay, this is going to require some...
Well, yeah.
I can see this is going to require some timber shifting, isn't it? Inventory. Weapon. Range of 12. Oh, you lucky bugger. Okay, I'll shoot the first 3 orcs.
Okay.
With a javelin of lightning. So we all take 2d6 damage then, don't they?
Well, yeah, if you targeted them, it would have made my life a darn sight easier.
Yeah, so I'll hit with a raise.
Okay, first orc is unaffected. Second orc's in trouble. Okay, one orc's incapacitated, one orc's unharmed, one orc is shaken. Sorry, not incapacitated. Sorry, one orc is injured, not incapacitated. I apologise. I forgot. These are
tough orcs. Resilient
tough orcs. Resilient orcs, indeed. Just checking whether they're resilient or very resilient. So one orc is wounded, one orc is shaken, one orc is not afflicted in any way whatsoever.
I think Vendra's just going to hide until this is all over. In fact, do you know what? In fact, tell her what she's going to do. She's going to run. Not very far. But she'll kind of take cover.
Okay.
Take a defend action on her. Eventually, when she catches up, she can spider climb up the wall. Right, dead orc number 1. Off we go.
Okay, dead orc number 1 will fire another bow shot. Well, actually, he's going to have to shoot the horse because Gastus has vanished. Gastus is obviously hiding behind the horse, so he's just going to have to shoot the horse, isn't he?
Unfortunately.
Oh, obviously, just the arrow embeds itself into the saddle and doesn't hurt Aramis. Okay, this orc here is going to have to shoot Sassafras and miss. Okay, this orc here is going to shoot at Majenko.
Sorry, Gastus, that hit your saddlebag. Your flask of wine has been punctured.
Yeah, but
one of them.
Wait a minute, but why is the rum gone?
It's all right. You can get rid of the rum as long as the mead is still there.
Justice
right,
remains
so
shaken.
Those shots are coming from like round here, yes?
That shot came through that hole there. Is it?
Okay, so I will first of all spend a penny to not be shaken. Then I will say, curses, Kylian, I haven't got time to bleed. And as a limited reaction, I will heal my own wound.
Okay. Spinning battle.
So that's yes. That is a window that I'm being shot out of. Yes.
Thank you, boy. Howdy. Yep. That is it's an arrow slit.
It's an arrow slit. So how wide? Arrow slits actually are usually big enough that you can squeeze through them.
This one doesn't actually have a gap, but yeah, debatable.
Yeah, but this one's got a bar down the middle. You can't do
that. That's probably the easiest way, isn't it? Yeah.
So you're not going to let me stand on the back of my horse and leap for the arrow slit, squeeze through, and punch the orc. If I spent a penny to control the story a little bit, is it wide enough for me to jump through?
10 centimeters wide. I don't think you can fit for a 10 centimeter wide arrow slit.
Yeah, 10 ground floor arrow slits were generally not big enough to be able to crawl through.
I thought this was a first floor one.
No, they're generally pretty damn narrow, I'm afraid. I have to agree with.
Yeah. Okay, because just they've had an incredibly wide field of fire. That was all.
Not the ground floor ones, for obvious reasons. The ground floor
ones.
Well,
no, the ground floor ones could even have a fairly wide. It's just the opening on the outside is fairly narrow,
exactly,
but then the walls angle in so that you can get your.
Yeah, they're triangular, aren't they? The idea is the guy can be inside the angle and stick and have quite a good field of view through the slit. It's just the slit itself is very narrow. Apparently, I've just wikied it. They're narrow as possible, about 10 centimeters in width with variable length. Slits usually average from 80 to 90 centimeters to up to 5 meters in height. And of course, sometimes you got the cross-shaped ones, didn't you? When crossbows came along, they added the horizontal for a crossbow.
Okay.
But yeah, well, I'm afraid you can't.
No problem. Aramis will move then, because since I can't do that, I mean, Vorka would not be so stupid as to be standing right in the doorway, would he?
No, he wouldn't.
So I will ride Aramis through the door with me down behind his neck into the courtyard.
I was going to say Vorka can get. I'm not going to be that cruel. Vorka can get out of the way. I don't think it's actually that easy to run someone over, even if you don't know their. You know what I'm trying to say. Vorka will hear you coming and can, as a free move action, can easily just sidestep or even just go prone.
All right.
And this is really unlucky. Well, I'm not going to be that cruel.
Now I can see where they are. We will barrel straight into them. And
Aramis will target that one.
It's definitely going to be pincushion Gastus time. You know that, don't you?
I can't see Gastus.
Gastus is invisible.
Well, Aramis isn't necessarily going to survive this fight then.
You might be surprised.
I hope so. I'm not trying to kill him. Don't get me wrong. Mind you, can't you make you can you've got Beastmaster, so you can spend riding checks to soak damage for him.
I can indeed.
Good.
Also, Aramis is a wild card and has got 3 bennies.
Brilliant. So he can spend his own soak rolls as well. Excellent.
Yeah. And unfortunately, even with the gang up bonus from Gastus, that actually missed that one, but never mind.
Oh, now, I forgot you're invisible.
Yeah. Gastus is going to jump off the back of Aramis. Because Gastus hasn't moved yet. And we'll come round behind this lot. It could be a slightly tighter than that, but he'll come around behind this lot. And is going to stab this one in the back. In fact, let's
-8 to hit.
Yep. I shall use martial flexibility and give myself frenzy for 5 rounds, please.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. That's buttons rather cool. It's hash frenzy, isn't it? There we go. Just remind us you've turned it on.
Well, that's definitely worth a Benny. But I'll have to put the Benny in the chat and re-roll it manually because of not having a rate of fire 2 attack.
Oh dear, that's a crit fail. 2 double ones there.
Oh well. What's that going to do then?
I think just because, I mean, it won't matter too much, but I think you're going to have to do a Radic.
Okay. And I'm still going to do my second attack from on the ground.
That's absolutely fine. Go for it.
Well, apparently I can't hit. That sucks. Right. I know what I'm doing next round. Other than standing up. Meanwhile, Argenia...
If you look, there's lots of rubble and loose stones. So obviously, as you went round to attack him, you just lost your footing.
Slipped on it, quite obviously.
Yeah, because you're invisible. You look down and you couldn't see your own feet. I know you can. But...
I didn't know where I was.
Exactly.
And, yeah, Argenia will also... well, we're going to sneeze at those orcs again.
Go for it.
She's still targeting them, so that's fine.
Oh...
It's very accurate breath.
It is, isn't it? Okay. You got the raise, so they both have a -2 on their vigor roll. Vigor. Oh dear.
No.
I'm crying out loud. My dice have been scarily good tonight.
I demand the GM get new dice.
Okay, here we go. Dead Watcher Orc. Ah, okay, yes. Okay. I do like it. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic there, but I do really like it. It's on 2 levels. It's so much fun. Run. Getting an 8, so he only gets as far as that. You can hear fighting. An orc comes running round the corner, and that's as far as he gets. He ran down the stairs and then basically stops as he sees 2 two almost identical layers, except for the fact that one of them is completely opaque. Second orc joins him. This orc is going to go this way. So there. Take him from that map and put him on that map. Up at level 4. These are probably all invisible, so you probably can't see him on the combat tracker, so let's do that. He's then going to fire a bow at Argenia. And this. And then this orc here is going to do the same thing and come out to about there. Means I put him there. And he can't see anything except the dragon, so he'll go for Majenko. Okay. So as far as Argenia and Majenko are concerned, there are now 4 orcs on the battlements. Dead Watcher Orc 13 remains shaken. Dead Watcher Orc will basically use his Great Axe on Aramis.
The dragons for all.
Aramis is shaken.
I think we'll take a shaken. That's fine.
Yeah. No, another masterwork Great Axe attack. Unharmed. Dead Watcher Orc number 9. Advance to there. He looks through the doorway and he can't see Vorka because Vorka is invisible. He fires a bow at Thaddeus, who the arrow misses. Another Dead Watcher Orc will move to basically get to there. I can get to better than that. This orc is going to run to there. Which means he can't do anything. That gets me to another Dead Watcher Orc who's here. And we'll fire an arrow at Thaddeus. Doesn't hit his friends. This orc, this orc can see Thaddeus as well, so that's another. An awful lot of arrows are whistling over, literally just over Vorka's head to hit Thaddeus. It's almost unnerving. New round begins, but we shall leave it there today. I think it's a sensible place to leave it, given the time and the fact that this fight got a lot bigger and complicated, more huge than I thought. So don't forget, any bennies and cards will transfer till next week. And then...
And I went ahead and did my thing on the tracker because...
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. Well, apart from... I'll have to learn up how to do the effects, but the combat tracker is nice and fast. I do like the new combat tracker. And Sassafras got a...
Joker.
Got a Joker, so let's give... Everyone gets a Benny because Sassafras got a Joker, and we shall leave it there. Right. So we shall leave it there this week, mid-fight. Next time, hopefully, we'll have a lot less issues. We've now my computers can stop sulking about being there the first time I've used it. I'm going to go away and start sorting out all the... Well, actually, I'm going to go finish the science fiction companion before I do all support for this. But, yes, so apparently I've got a Rippers game on Sunday, which I'd forgotten all about. And then, obviously, so that's on the 15th, we've got Rippers. On the 17th, we've got Crimson Throne. And on the 21st, we've got another Savage Saturday Cinema, where I'll let Lone Wolf and every mistake I find in his module. And then, then we're back on the 24th for some more Crimson Throne. So there we go.
Is that what adventure is that?
I bought your Deadlands one.
All right, okay.
the first time. It is the first time I have ever purchased a Fantasy Grounds module without having the PDF first. So it'd be an interesting. It means I actually have to sit in front of the computer to actually read the adventure. So that's quite annoying. I might have to go and buy the PDF. I might have to go and buy the PDF, but because at one point there was a hint that they were going to that Pinnacle were likely to do the same thing as Peg were, whereas if you bought the module, you got the PDF, didn't you? I don't think that's happened yet. So anyway, we'll take care one and all. We'll see you all next time. Thank you very much. Sorry it was a bit choppy at the start and I was all forgetful as beggary. I'm going to reread the rest of the adventure so I will flow more smoothly going forwards.
Before you switch off, can you do something for me?
Yes.
Because I've just realised that I had an advance after I got Aramis. Can you put Aramis's? Can you put after Aramis became my paladin's mount? Can you put Aramis's fighting up by a die type and his parry up by one? And that probably means I don't know if that means you'll have to change them on the combat tracker or not.
So his parry. Well, they should link, shouldn't they? So
they should, but
so if I do that. Yeah, because I edited it from the combat tracker. Now, does that edit your character sheet? That's.
Well, let's have a look. Open the one on the character sheet.
Yes, it did.
Yes, it did.
Yeah,
cool.
That's the trick I've learned is if you do it, if you open the NPC that's on the combat tracker that came from your character sheet, it seems to all work nicely. If you do it the other way around, it gets a bit funny. There's some weird bug that Lone Wolf's going on about with allies that I don't understand, but I'll let him report.
No, you can't put. A player cannot control allies at all. Cannot control allies between his character sheet and the party sheet.
You can't transfer them. Okay.
You can't put them back on the party sheet, and if you take them off the party sheet, you get a duplicate record.
Okie dokie. Not good.
But anyway. On the GM, you can move them, but you get a duplicate record as well.
Okay. Well, there we go. But we shall leave it there.
I just discovered I can unlock.